Plus.
What brackets where it's elimination, a match. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the M7 World Championship. Now, I have my wonderful panel over here, but first, I would like to introduce our lovely casters that will be responsible for the match here, Naisu, Leo, as well as Mirko. Now, here's the thing. I gotta talk to Naisu here because looking at Team Liquid going up against Onic in the low bracket, I'm guessing not a lot of people were expecting it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this matchup?
I was surprised as well, man. You know, I think we've talked about this pretty extensively. They're in the lower bracket, but I do have to say that I feel like they've refined what they needed to, and at the same time, maybe they play the best in the lower bracket when their backs are kind of against the wall.
I'm looking at this as Christmas coming early. For millions of MLBB esports fans watching, this is less of a heartbreak. This is more of a, so we get to see what peak Onic and peak Liquid look like on the world stage.
In that case, we get to see both Christmas Miracle and Christmas Nightmare because I don't think any of these teams want to go home.
Hey, here's the thing. I actually have questions for the both of you. First of all, I got to ask Leo, because so far Team Liquid, in terms of fighters, they only really showed Freya. All the while, it's been a marksman. But we've seen here in the M7, fighter in the gold lane is a very hot commodity. Do you think Liquid will change it up, or they will still with marksmen?
I think there's more to the question because we also saw earlier today Team Spirit bringing out the mage in the gold lane. Since Sora is a big threat, you want to be able to play that Valentina as well. Not to mention, last night, Harith. Dominkite picked up Harith once again into an MVP performance, so I'd like to say the gold lane is wide
stream
open.
changes
Both teams should respect that, both Skylar
all of a sudden.
and Ohem.
Hello, hi. Okay, it's working.
Thank you very much, Leo. Now, here's the thing, Mirko. If I ask you, you might curse someone here. So I'm going to stay away from that. In fact, right now, let's look at our path
And get a little bit.
Are in the upper bracket. So many games that
there's no more.
that's gonna be exciting.
What about you, Trex? So far, we're looking at
I don't like
the
this
matchup coming in from both teams
boring
here.
talk.
The Sky King versus
Guys,
the
do your
Cavalry,
prediction.
right?
Let's not
These
listen to
are
them, but
organizations
let's
that met multiple times. We're
let's
just looking at the MSC
do the
here in the group stage.
prediction. I'm
Team
gonna go
Liquid
for
was able to beat
TNPH.
them
I
the
love
same
Carl
as the
TZ. I love Sanford.
semifinals, although in both situations, Onic was able to take one game
Carl
off of
TZ
them.
has always been my
And
favorite.
with them being shaky here, if I'm being completely honest, I'm actually more worried with Onic rather than Team Liquid because I feel like the problems with Liquid is easier to solve than Onic.
Yeah, especially because when you're looking at the games that the Sky Kings have played, they look really shaky in those individual games. As a series, though, we know that that Onic Indonesia is a team that can easily recover. Now, for Team Liquid, what you can actually expect from them is for them to perform so well after a loss. Team Liquid is a team that whenever they lose a series, be it in the regular season of a local league or be it an international event, they really can perform.
The crazy thing here is because since Aurora was able to defeat Alter Ego yesterday, that make it so that there's no Indo Grand Finals. That's not possible anymore.
Alter Ego also
And
lost
this makes
yesterday?
it, I would say, quite a nervous situation for Indonesia because
Oh my god,
if
Alter
Onic
Ego
does
went to
well,
lower
eventually they will
bracket,
meet
so
up
this is
against
like
Alter Ego.
something
Alter Ego
actually
also
crazy
does well. So
that happened in M7, right?
you coming in all the way
Because
from
the best
States, what do you
teams that
feel
we
like
expected-
Indonesia is feeling like right now, where both of their representatives are here.
But
to go back.
SRG won yesterday, no?
I think nerves have been on edge for a while, and overall, if I'm an Indonesian, I have put my faith heavily into Alter Ego. They've done an amazing job so far. Yes, they got knocked down in the lower bracket, but if I had to choose between which Indonesian team had a better shot at making it to Grand Finals, it's definitely Alter Ego for me. But if Onic wins this against TLPH, it's a whole different story.
I'm gonna set this up. Whoa, if somehow Team Liquid loses this one, can we just say whoever is
Onic
aiming
is
for that golden
overrated,
gold
guys. Onic is
is
very
bound to
overrated.
fail, 'cause
Today we are gonna find out who is
every single team
overrated
that
because
attempts
I
it
personally feel
at
like
the very last
TLPH
stretch,
has not got
there's
that
some kind of
recognition
problems. I
yet.
still trust Team
And
Liquid,
if they
honestly,
win
but
against Onic today, they'll definitely get it. So let's just hope that if Onic lose this damn, there goes my prediction. Yes. Onic, let's see.
It's just a difficult feat to have.
It's
but
best
yeah,
of
you're
3,
true.
right?
You're speaking true. I mean, I think that
This is the impossible.
Oh, best of 5.
Impossible road.
Yeah, so long match.
Hey, like, we're gonna be seeing this matchup if Team Liquid is able to beat out Onic, and I feel like if it's convincing, then there's a good chance that it might still complete the Golden Road. I'm just worried if it's like really competitive. It's gonna be amazing for us, right?
The sound is
audience,
okay?
The casters, as panelists. But I feel like for the fans, they're like, okay, hold on. Against Onyx, it was
My
very
sound,
difficult. They are
my
the
voice.
champions of Indonesia, but you gotta admit, man, Team Spirit looks solid. Aurora from the Philippines looks amazing, and SRG as well.
Caster sound. I don't know much to use how to use this now.
Is on a roll.
Try it now, okay? Let's sound is
Onyx,
okay.
Strikes. What do you think like they really have to improve on?
I think, in contrast to TLPH,
Don't
just
listen to sound,
a few
guys.
small
Listen to me.
draft issues. There's also some in-game issues. I think a lot of teams had trouble adapting to the meta, and now even into top 8, where we're seeing things like Leo Mord and even more different meta picks are still having trouble. But that's not the only case for Onyx here.
Now it's
There's
fine,
some
right?
in-game things that they also need to improve, and I think a lot of that comes down to
I'll have to
pacing.
follow you
Pacing
with
has been
new
so
account.
important
Old
in the
account
laning
got
phase.
suspended
It's something that
on
a
IG.
lot of these
Okay.
more, hey, let's wait till late game, things like that. Those type of teams, they need to change it up and win out in these first few turtles.
What do you think about Dimitri of Onyx? Because I kind of feel like, honestly, they've been lacking a little bit.
That's a good
Just
question
stop
because
talking,
yeah, I
man,
do
just
feel
stop
like
it.
they are lacking just compared to other teams because other teams are
Because
more
I'm not a
consistent.
caster, okay?
Surely
This is
some
very
other
boring to me.
trios out there like
My
the
friends are
YSS
casters
trio that you
and,
like for SRG.
I
They have
can't
You,
understand
Stormy,
what they
and
talk.
Sakai's, yeah, the YSS.
I literally can't
a
understand.
Team Liquid, for example,
Sarah and
JP,
Debbie,
Carl
they
TZ,
just like,
and
you know,
Sargis,
they're
has been pretty solid.
rappers.
People sense has the highest peaks though. When it
Plus,
comes to like a dual
not
mid, and then when you
Sarah,
combine Kylie in there,
like, you know,
they
you can
are so
understand Sarah, okay?
mechanically
Debbie,
skilled.
she has
They
that
can
British
actually
kind
turn
of
things around
accent.
no matter what happens. It's
So
just
it's very hard.
It's so inconsistent.
Kylie versus Carl
And there are
TZ.
so many clips that
Guys,
we can
just
show
tell
you
me,
to prove that,
okay,
and
in
I
retreat,
don't think we don't even have
is
to
it
prove that at
Kylie
all
or is
because
it
we
Carl
can see
TZ?
that if they pop off though,
Yeah.
they are gonna be excited.
Stop, bro, say
Yeah,
it.
and I like that you
Kylie or
point out,
Carl
we
TZ?
we
In
can
retreat.
show instances of why they look pretty shaky, but the thing is, even the audience, you guys
Kylie
at home,
fans
you guys
are
have
choppy.
really been vocal about this one, saying like, yeah, the
being a
Mitrio
streamer-
hasn't
me
really
being
been
a streamer-
performing all that
I'm
well.
saying it, I'm
Loopy
sorry,
has been
but
looking
yeah.
amazing. Skylar's a bit here and there, but I kind of feel like it's more of a meta thing, right?
You can come
we
up
gotta
on me,
see
but
whether
yeah, it's
they
fine.
can fix that or not, because going
Onyx
up against
fan,
the
guys, if you're
final
Onyx fan.
boss,
No,
Team
no one is
Liquid,
Onyx
that's
fan
going to
here.
be
Everyone
a
is here
quite a
to
steep
support
hill to
TLPH.
climb. And one of the problems is, I really feel like, is the hero, because Keyboy so
Stop
far has
talking,
like tried to
man.
help
Just start
her.
the match.
Doesn't really work. Kalia, which is one of his signatures, doesn't really work. So it comes to the question, what can work for Keyboy right now?
That's why, is it really just like the Kalea for Keyboy, or is it a bigger issue at hand? Because we are seeing Kalea work for a lot of teams. We're seeing some of these picks do very well for a lot of teams. So is it a hero or a pick problem, or an in-game rotation,
Man, that's
mechanics,
bad, I guess.
macro, you know, those type of things that Onyx is lacking on right now?
And the problem is because, again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what's happening in their camp. We can only speculate whether it's an in-game issue or out-of-game issue. Because as much as you want to talk about the things happening in-game, it is a reality that we have to think about. Because esports, Mobile Legends, it is a mental game. If there's something happening in the background that we all just don't know, it could really throw a wrench in how you make your decisions. Especially because we saw earlier Team Spirit going up against Yangon Galacticos. It was even up until the point Yangon Galacticos could not make a decisive decision around the Lord.
Yeah, it was rough, and I think mentality.
You good job.
It was rough. We made it for sure. But mental, I think, has been the story for a lot of these games over the past 2 days. It's kind of been one of our hot storylines in general. How is this team going to recover from losses? How is this team going to do when they are on a roll and gaining wins or pressure in game? And that seems to be something that Onyx has kind of had issues with throughout time itself.
I was able to talk to some of the players of Onyx in an interview that will eventually come out there, but he basically said that there is something that is beyond what we can observe as just the viewers. And it's not that necessarily that they have problems on their own. I think it's more about them not being locked in during those times. I think they're just not activated at the right moments. Whereas for other teams, with just a snap of a finger, you can see them just being so locked in when it comes to games. You can see Team Spirit, for example, all of a sudden show us their 100% strength up against Young Galacticos. You can see even Alter Ego take a game away from Aurora eventually winning that, and then SRG almost line up around and their organization around them being really good at the games no matter what happens. And if ever there will be someone who will underperform, there is 4 other people that will actually catch them. So I don't know how to answer that question, but I think it will definitely start with the meta game. If for some reason Onyx ID invents a meta game or a strategy that Team Liquid is so unaware of, for now, then that might be their weakness. Because if I were to look for a hole in Team Liquid for the longest time, through the years that I've seen them, the only time that they will not win a tournament is if they not updated when it comes to the metagame.
So do you agree with Wolf here? Because so far he's saying like there's no reason for them not to be looking good here unless they just could not keep up with the meta.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the great things about Onyx, at least, you know, you go back to some of their prime times, M4 and M5, they were willing to push the envelope sometimes. They were willing to do things like Aurora Turkiye picking up the Harley and turning it into meta. You know, they were willing to kind of pick up picks, and they made them work. You know, we saw things like Lunox Kyrie. We saw all kinds of crazy picks. And now, Onyx, when they do try that, they fall short, and then it's like, whoa, we're never trying that again, you know? So I think Onyx, it's an identity crisis. For me, it's, you know, who are we right now? Are we trying to be a Filipino team? Are we trying to be an Indonesian team? You know, I think they need to just be Onyx.
Yeah, so honestly, we will talk about that a little bit more when we actually go to the draft, because sometimes creativity works out. Sometimes it just goes a little bit too creative. Now, before we jump into the game between Onyx going up against Team Liquid, let's look at some of the videos to see how they've been rolling here in the M7 World Championship.
Story is, you mean channel?
Aurora turned the tides with one team fight. They sent the Golden Road Dream to the lower.
We had doubts for Onyx ID. I gotta say, their next fight, it's now or never.
My net is bad, I guess, already.
M7 ini sangatlah berdarah-darah ya. Kita pasti bisa bangkit lagi dan kalah lagi.
I'm just really frustrated because I can still do more, but at that time I didn't do it, so I still have my
340 meter और खुले नहीं तरकील छोड़ दे क्या मजा तो जान तो इस पे काम परखिन मलाई त्यो चाहिए 5 मिनट
regrets after that game.
Kemarin sempat sedih, cuman ya balik lagi kita harus cepat move on karena kita belum berakhir.
Dan ya gue berharap kita bakalan bangkit lagi lawan LPH karena siapapun yang menang,
yang
kalah bakalan pulang. Jadi kita bakal berjuang juga karena kita pengen balas dendam dari kekalahan terakhir.
I wish them luck. They're not gonna get the sweet revenge that they wanted.
After I beat him, I'll become #1.
Last time in the MSC, they taunted us first, especially Kyrie, and I just gonna get back at them. If they taunt us in the match, I don't know what's gonna happen. For Liquid, the lower bracket's a very comfortable place for us because we like the pressure, especially when we only have one life. We kinda give our best and we kinda improve very fast.
Onyx chance-nya masih ada banget, kesempatan buat juara atau masuk final. Kita nggak peduli mau lewat mana lah, misalnya mau lewat upper bracket, lower bracket, selama kita bisa menang terus. Yang penting kita bakal fokus one by one dulu sih, mungkin dari tim Liquid dulu, baru next lagi.
I am personally confident because I just want to play. I want to also get my revenge for myself and I want to meet SRG in the near future.
LPH juga kan ngejar Golden Road, terus kita ngejar title terakhir kita yang belum kita dapetin in series. Tapi realitinya cuma satu tim yang bisa dapetin.
We wanna do more to achieve the Golden Road because it's much more harder to get the Golden Road and much more satisfying and also good for the storyline if we make it.
Kita bakal berusaha gagalin, bikin tetap jadi curse aja.
Indonesia, are you ready? It's time for the Sky Kings to take the stage.
Onyx. What time is it, Onyx?
Oh, did they make a song or something? What is it?
What time is it, Onyx?
What time is it?
What time is
time.
What time is it?
It's not Onyx time, it's still Liquid time. We should have done this in Mythic Showdown also, no? I'm not getting nervous, man.
Keyboy, Kyrie, Suns, it's Onyx time!
Ladies and gentlemen, Onyx are on the stage, but going up, it's gonna be the final boss of M7.
Let's go. Crazy.
The Cavalry of Champions! Team Liquid.
Oh my god, this is so cool, man. The bracket is so cool. We're jungle for a reason.
This is a team that has won it all before right here in Jakarta. Let's go, Team Liquid!
Ladies and gentlemen, both champions from the Philippines and Indonesia is up on stage. And again, just to remind everyone, this will be an elimination match. So whether you like it or not, one champion goes home.
One champion definitely goes home.
Hello,
and
hello,
one will move forward to even harder matches. Nobody would have thought that both regional champions would be here today in one of the first lower bracket matches going up against each other on life support.
You wouldn't think that this will be an elimination match between the two of them, but here we are. And what's good about this is that we can expect them to be prepared after days of preparation. Maybe a new hero will come out.
Isn't that
Maybe
CW?
a new duel will come out. This is going to be an exciting match for sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, looking at both teams are on stage alongside their coaches. This will be the final match for one of these teams. So make sure you give your support because both of them will a 5 elimination match. Now we call for the fist bumps for both teams as we start the match.
And a match it's gonna be, I mean, at this point, we've broken down the possibilities for each team to win, right? We think our ideas at least on how this is gonna go, but I do at least wanna ask, you know, we haven't been able to give any predictions.
I try not to because I want to make it fair, but now
he's a safe guy now.
Yeah, of course. Now we're gonna look at Onyx ID here. Loopy, Kyrie, Sanski Boy, as well as Skylar. I gotta say, out of everyone, Loopy has really impressed me the most, especially the final game where he was using the Alice is basically unkillable, trying his very best to make sure that Onyx has a chance against Alter Ego. But again, it can't be a one-man army. Everyone else has to step up.
I think Onyx definitely needs to be able to work as a team here. They need to find a way to be able, I mean, TLPH has been a more passive team in a sense, so I think Onyx can maybe take advantage of that in the early game.
And right now we have Team Liquid. We got Sanford, Carl TZ, Sanjay, JP, as well as Oheb. And again, all 5 players have been known to be the best in their individual positions. But again, looks like here in the M7 World Championship, just like our panel has been talking about, it has been very competitive. So each of their position, gold laner, EXP, jungle, roam, and mid, every single one of them is being highly contested here to see that
Ohad
who
looks
is going to
so
be the
different than
new
before, right?
king of each position.
When he was in
Wow,
Blacklist,
that's
he
a
used to look so
scary
different.
thought just to think about it. The jungler, of course, is there. Carl TZ, everybody's eyes is on him, right? And I think that the Team Liquid as a whole, when they enter this tournament, if there will be a pattern for which team you want to beat, Team Liquid will always be on top of your list when it comes to
Looks
trying to
so Indian,
study it.
right?
And that's probably why the teams that
He has the
Team Liquid
Indian
have faced
Nepali
have
kind of
always
face. I don't know
been
why
prepared
I
against
feel
them.
like that.
Another thing to
He
point
has a
out, Sun
Nepali
been
kind of
number
face.
1 in first
Let's go,
blood
let's go,
kills
let's
in the mid game, tied with Rosa. Overall, and that shows that they do have control over that mid lane tempo, something that we're looking for in this match to come up.
Yeah. Right now, I have a question for Wolf. Have you ever feel like a situation where you just wasted your time?
Onyx, go. No Onyx
Like you're
here.
trying to set up a joke
Only
and then
TLPH here. No supporting
it just
Onyx
won't
here.
happen at least for another 40 minutes.
Pretty much, especially with the amount of effort that you've put in. Yeah. And
CW is
hassle
the
for your teammates.
coach
that you did.
now.
Yeah, I feel like lowering your vision is not needed anymore.
Yeah.
He's
So,
not?
I thought we were going to have like an interview with the player.
You can take it off, you know. I'm just saying.
I actually.
He's the goal laner. I know
Yeah,
it,
he
but
was
why
very
is he
committed,
here
and now
then?
he looks very, very disappointed. But now we got to talk about this matchup here because I feel like just like the matchup between Team Spirit against Yangon Galacticos,
Yeah, for draft,
when it
I
comes to
know
the
it.
ban,
That's
it's going to
probably
be something that
like,
we
you know,
really have to look out for
helping
because
kind of.
if we do see a Freya ban, there's a very high likelihood that we
Why
might
did he
be seeing
left
a
then?
Claude,
Chi,
which
no,
is very
no.
interesting considering
No
we have
Chi here.
not seen a Claude almost at all. Only Innocent, and
Only
it's just one game.
TLP.
That's my big question right now is how different
I love the jacket
gonna be
of
from the
TLPH.
games we saw
It's
earlier
so cool,
today?
right? My college
Is
jacket was
TLPH
like
and
this,
Onyx
but it
gonna
was
follow
like
the
in
same
brown.
pattern of first picking Leomore, things like that? It's nothing but Sora Gold and Claude essentially tossed to the side at this point.
The way I see it is, it will be completely different, Trex. I think that we will see some exotic heroes.
What
Or at least a
happened to
different
their
pattern for
coach,
both these
Onyx
teams. And
coach?
the reason why I say that is because of familiarity. These two teams have battled against each other many times
That
before.
Motu.
In fact,
What is
I would
his name?
even wager that they have screamed against each other during the regular seasons of their own leagues many
Sir, Onyx
times.
coach.
So what I'm trying to say is, if you already know what your opponent is going to do, if you know their pattern, you try to outplay them, and then they try to outplay you. All of a sudden, it's an entirely different battlefield. So, in conclusion, I think this series will have such a difficult draft pattern to predict.
Well, speaking on draft pattern, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Team Liquid will be the first pick here. So now, Wolf, run by me. What are the possible advantages that Team Liquid can have being first pick blue side?
Okay, so that offering a trade is the most important part of it. And what I say about that is you force your opponents to even open up a Jushin, for example, in exchange for a Claude. The first pick is so important when it comes to the trades that this is something that we can expect them to actually go for.
Now, well, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the first draft between Onyx Indonesia going up against Team Liquid from the Philippines. Team Liquid will be having first pick, and it looks like the map will be Dangerous Grass. One of the faster maps here in the M7 World Championship, and we'll like to call it, it is going to be a first pick Sora, with Team Liquid betting on the Fanny, the Kalia, as well as the Eve, and Onyx Indonesia betting on the
First pick
Yuzong, the
Sora?
Claude, and the
Oh my
Jushin.
god, so early.
So there's still enough
first.
respect to ban out the Claude from Onyx here, but that leaves the Sora open, and yes, we've been seeing nothing but gold lane Sora, but also we know
Claude
it's
is
possible in the
expected.
XP, which
Claude
makes
was
TL
expected.
very flexible from a starting position.
Onyx time.
That's why you want to pick up the
TLPH
Hilda
time.
if you are Onyx in this case.
Okay,
Usage Hilda
why is
could be a
this
good opener
interesting?
because it kind of prevents.
Okay.
So they went for the CC instead. What I'm trying to say is it might prevent Team Liquid to go for an assassin, but in this scenario, you just might as well get the Lancelot, right? You're up against just the CC. Lancelot Hilda might be the opener here for Team Liquid.
I'm thinking maybe Hilda Farza, you lock in mid, and then you can still go to a jungler into second phase comfortably. You have things like the Sora already in.
I agree.
Something I do have to say, Onyx has a very SRG kind of opening here, being able to CC as well as the Yisun Shin. I kind of feel like if they get something like a Farsa or a Cho is still open as well. I kind of feel like that's going to be a priority here.
Okay,
the Farsa taken away and the Lancelot showing up here. Now the question is, do they want to go for a Valentina pick? Like, is that too much?
I honestly feel like Hilda is better for Onyx here. Valentina is gonna be a massive pick though, because it has two ultimates to answer already, and I will not be surprised if that is going to be the case. but I feel like you have
Guys,
to
I'm
really
sorry,
stop
like
Count
I'm
TC
not
from farming.
actual caster,
And
so I
Keyboy
don't
has
have
been
a
so
lot
good
of
with that hero. Maybe
understanding
you can
about
pick up
the
the
picks.
Valentina now
The
and
picks are
ban the
like,
Hilda if you're not that scared. For
like
your
if it
Valentina
was
to
like a
not have a
caster
good
point of view,
game.
it would be different.
The good thing about the Valentina here is you still have the option to read the last two picks of TL.
Yeah.
And if they decide not to put Sora into the gold lane, you can flex around, right? You can leave Valentina as your mid and pick something else up. So I think picking it up here now leaves them a little bit more options coming into the second phase.
Gentlemen, right now I'm looking at the roamers, Keyboy as well as JP. Their primary heroes are still up. We still have the Cho, we still have the Hilda, but we also got to talk about the Khalid, the Hylos, and even the Gata. Gata hasn't been picked up so much, but still, especially that Khalid. I feel like Khalid is something that both teams are thinking about.
Yeah, I think that for Team Liquid, they're more likely to pick up the
Why
Khalid
do I
than
see
for
Claude
Onyx,
ban
especially
most of the
because they
time
want
in
to
this-
preemptively,
M7?
you know, kind of counter the Hilda. But at the same time, you don't want to give a
Why
good
do I
ultimate
see
to
Claude
Valentina.
ban
Of course,
so many
you've already
times?
given the Sora ultimate as well as the Farsa ultimate. But if you give something like a Khalid, it will give so much
TLPH,
options for Suns. One of the
let's go.
best Valentina users that we've seen all throughout the history of MLBB. Another good ultimate to
Okay,
steal.
Uranus is banned.
So TLPH needing to pick these two bans
Zon,
here.
Uranus,
You guys
Claude,
mentioned the
and
Kadita earlier as a pickup for
Egyptian
Onyx.
was banned.
I know it's like a fallback pick for Sans, but it hasn't been performing for just about any teams at this point. And yes, it's supposed to work good against the Farza, but I think TLPH has that card checked at this point. And Onyx needs to, dig a little deeper than just comfort with Kadita or something
I
of that
can't see
nature.
properly, sorry
And
guys.
I guess the
my eyes
predicament
are
that
hurting.
Onyx have put themselves in is if they do pick up the Keyboy hero 4th pick, Red 4, that means the Team Liquid can easily adjust. But then if you pick up the maybe the the Ludwig hero or the Skylar hero on 4th pick, you also reveal so much, so you get countered heavily. That's why I feel like this the blue pick is the blue side. I mean, is just so good and so flexible.
We're not gonna feel like the Cho. What do you guys feel about the Cho for Onyx?
For Onyx, it will be countered by a Hylos. That's what I'm saying. Like everything could
Okay,
be good
Phobius
for
is banned.
Onyx. I mean, there's so many options for them, but at the same time, they can be answered by Team Liquid. But yeah, Cho could be good for Onyx. They take it away from Team Liquid. Team Liquid will have eventually have answers to that.
Sora is EXP,
I
right?
think at this point, honestly, I know that the
Pablo?
Valentina does well against Sora in the goal. Oh no,
So-
no matter
Sora
what
is
this,
EXP, right?
because you already have CC. CC's got to go to gold, right? I mean, essentially. So we know the Valentina's in mid. You just pick up EXP lane at this point.
I mean, they can still
Save their
flex
moments
it.
to counter.
They
Gold.
can still kind of flex it, put CC in EXP Valen Gold, but again, just like Wolf said, you kind of have to pick Keyboy's Heroes 4th if you do want to move it around. If you show either side lane, then that's it. We're locked in. Valentina has to go mid. So I
You
feel
don't
like
look
this
best
4th pick
team
from
here.
Onyx
Best
is going
team
to
is
be one of the
TLPH,
more
man.
important picks in their entire draft.
I'd rather them go for a Hilda than a Cho,
Best
but
team
a
is
Cho for
TLPH.
Keyboy.
You guys have
With
not
the
seen
Valentina on
TLPH.
Suns that can copy the Farsa ultimate to be good. It is indeed
Kyrie
going to be
is
the Hilda.
overrated.
You take that away
I
from
mean,
Team Liquid
Onyx is
because this is a
overrated.
hero that doesn't have many answers apart from a
Okay,
Khalid,
Hilda,
for
Hilda
example.
was
And this is
expected.
a hero
Somewhere
that
I
could still
expected a
possibly
Hilda
be
pick.
flexed.
That's right.
Yep.
So it leaves
It's gonna be
themselves
so annoying
open
for
as
the
well for this final
Farsa.
pick, depending on what TL picks
As
up
well as
here.
Lancelot,
Now,
maybe?
they're pretty simple, straightforward, rounded out.
Yeah.
For Rome, what do we think we're looking at? You mentioned Hylos earlier?
Yeah. Oh, they pick up
Oi,
the Cho. This
don't
is interesting,
pick.
and they heal the answer. I think Onyx are okay with this. The picks coming up from Team Liquid. In all honesty, they can really just use this Hilda as a sandbag for the Cho. Esmeralda is not that big of a threat if it's just Hilda, especially because they have this CC. Now, they cannot go for a Harriet. Maybe a Granger could be good for Onyx in this scenario. Overall, it's a good hero to have. They go Alice instead.
Alice.
Okay, so it looks like this is going to be Alice EXP, which again is one of the
Alice
Lupi
EXP.
standout hero against Alter Ego. So right now, Trex looking at draft coming in from both teams. How do you
Whose
feel about
draft is
draft
more
overall?
I mean, overall, Onyx trying to pull off what SRG did to TLPH in the Swiss round with a heavy fighter dive composition, the CC, the Hilda, things of that nature. If they're going to be able to pull it off, it is a big question. The lineup rating skews heavily into Onyx's favor right now. But like I said earlier, with so many fighters in the meta right now, so many weird offlane picks, I think it has trouble. I think the AI has a little trouble reading.
Thank you very much, Wolf, as well as Trex. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is champions
let's go.
versus champions in an elimination match. We're going to be throwing it over into the casters. It's your
Best
turn.
team, Onyx or
Thanks so
TSG.
much to the panel here, and once again, everyone, welcome to the Land of Dawn. It's a crucial match between the champions, one of Philippines and one of Indonesia, to take us through. It's me, Nice, joined on the desk with Leo and Mirko to bring you the action of this best-of-5 elimination match here in the MS7 World Championship. Boys, the panel shared their sentiments on this draft. I have to agree with Tregs, man. I think the AI gets a little skewed sometimes because, man, those lineup ratings.
That, and they may be blinded by the aggression that Onyx could potentially bring out. You're looking at a very strong mid lane, Valentina and Hilda. And you're seeing here, Team Liquid is answering back. They essentially held the line.
That they did.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm wondering what the matchup's going to be like, right? Because we haven't really seen too many Alice versus Sora matchups. The fact that they ended up flexing this Valentina into mid so far was kind of crazy.
Part of this, too, if you look at the emblems here, this Sora in the hands of Sanford will be going with that concussive blast. I know we've seen a whole lot of gold lane Sora so far through this. Oh, early poking?
Yeah.
Keyboy should be fine. All right, Keyboy is able to get out of there. But yeah, the Sora has been such a priority so far, alongside the Leomord, especially here in the knockouts. You know, we've seen that, but again, gold lane Sora works a little bit different, temporal rate. But this tankiness that we see from Sanford, we've seen this a couple times, even through the Swiss stages, and it provides a good amount of crowd control, takes some of that responsibility away from JP needing to constantly kind of be there, and opens up that window for him to go and hopefully find the right target acquisition with the Cho. We've seen Cho, I think even based on the win rate, what is it, around the 50% mark, I think.
It's definitely a very reliable hero in the Swiss, in the knockouts, and was almost single-handedly responsible for SRG's comeback win last night. That's why they're sitting in the upper bracket. See here, JP jumping in between two.
Yeah. Getting some good damage over on Kyrie, forcing regen, both really setting up for Turtle number 1.
All right, Turtle 1's up. Again, Dangerous Grass being a part of this whole dance when it comes to the objectives here. You can see the team get into position. Pretty much everyone going to join this fight. Half health already on the Turtle.
Yep, JP taken very low. Daxi been thrown a ruin. Still putting out the contributions. And then right, it's Sans with a sword. Actually, just an assassination. Oh, but it's the same. Both Sora taking a kill, but now it's going to be Keyboy who jumps in on Sanford with the help of Luffy. That's 2-1.
40.
I just blinked once and Karl-TZ took the turtle.
2 for 1. Onyx happy.
I can't even understand. I couldn't even progress what happened there.
Here. 2.5 minutes.
It was like in 1 second.
Number 1. And what do? When you get this kind of advantage, you dive deeper, you take away a little bit of the jungle. Farther airstrike by Sanji.
Karl wants more, gets shot down by the arrow, but Lumpy is taking a bit of damage. Now it's Karl, goes for the Man of Execution now with a puncture as well. Let's go for the Thorn Road just yet as Keyboy is going to walk away, baiting a few more abilities, but it's Sanford who takes the kill.
Good pickup, man. Just a whole lot of trades going here already early on, even after the objective was secured by TL. They still go ahead and battle it out. This is pretty much what I feel like we can expect here throughout the knockouts, of course, and already in this kind of matchup. Hopefully we get 5 games of this kind of back and forth to see which champion will come out on top of it. But now, as we look into exactly what's going to be happening here throughout this game 1 already, you know, pace is showing, and I think one thing for sure that Onyx from Indonesia needs to be able to do is match the pace that's being set up by TL. A lot of this comes down to even the usage of that feathered airstrike. We have seen this constantly throughout M7, setting it up, and then that's why Sans works well with the Valentina here.
We literally saw it just a minute ago when Sans was behind maybe a step or two, and he clicked it, he grabbed it, but there was no one there left. And what this is saying for all of us is 4 minutes in, it's a game of inches. Whoever can turn that inch into a foot, into a mile, will definitely run away with the game. 500 gold is what Team Liquid is playing with. 10 seconds until this turtle spawns. And I can tell you now, the cavalry is in a better spot. Onyx ID, currently they're suffering 2-step syndrome. They need 2 steps to be able to get a good foundation on fights. Yeah. While Liquid, all they gotta do is just get a good kick, and Karl just
it's already
commit.
Like
yeah, that seems to be the case here. Anytime a Cho is on a composition, you can see Sans holding on this time to the Sora ultimate. Oh, this play up top.
Tank up top. It's going to be caught by Karl as well. As Keyboy picks up the kill, as JP's able to find a way to drag it over on Skylar for the ruin.
Skylar gets away! And now they change targets on Sanford. Going into Thunder 4 finds Keyboy!
Sanford as well, though. Sans gets to pick, and now it's Onyx who move on to Turtle.
Carl TZ, let's go,
holding this
let's
angle.
go,
It's going to be
let's go,
Lutpi trying to
brother.
zone him away, but still,
does not have
he has the
victory.
punctures, the free resets. Lutpi's going to zone him away entirely
It's free
into the
token,
mid-wave,
probably.
so it will be free for Onyx ID.
Oh man, a fight, and even a Federation got down.
Oh, the
Whoa!
shot once more! He finds
What the
Kyrie!
As I was saying, there's trades everywhere.
What
You
the-
don't take anything
Oh my
for
God.
free in this game of one, it
is
seems
so
like.
crazy.
And so they go for a trade, but still, nonetheless. Oh, whoa! Big JP?
On JP. Now Sanford wants to go in, goes on Hassan.
Nice.
A desperate feather airstrike earlier to try to deal more damage before he dies.
Leo,
He wasn't done.
he wasn't done, man.
He wasn't
Oh, so
done.
this is what
I'm
they
looking
do,
at you
right?
here because I just feel like we have
wave
seen
to
the teams and the
Landslow.
players from the Philippines really adapt to this more hectic, chaotic, brawly play style. I love it, man.
Whoa.
As I say it, Skylar falls.
Yeah. Welcome to Indonesia.
It's something in the food, man. I don't know. It makes
the spice,
It's
bro.
the spice. They brought it to the game as well. And it's working. I mean, look at this. They built up a small lead up to this point.
And this is what Liquid revel in. They enjoy the fact they can keep fighting, and all the more the reason why is because Onyx ID's not ready to fight just yet. I'm looking at Kyrie, he's a scaling jungler. I'm looking at Skylar. Yes, you are a CC, you're a fighter, quote unquote. But compared to an Esmeralda that's just happy to peel, you kind of need to clap back, and they find the king!
The dragon into that airstrike and everything in the
Nice.
kitchen sink thrown at Keyboy.
That's that choke play we're talking about, man. Every single time he's up, that kick is available. Oh, okay. He's gonna get out of there, right?
Yep,
Is holding him back, yeah.
got about half dozen dashes on this Thunder form, he's fine.
There's
hero.
a reason why this Sora does keep getting picked. He's gonna get chased down. Whoa, okay,
Whoa.
at least, again, I said it before, you don't get anything for free, but here comes JP.
The Traceless out of G Kundo. Oheb was holding on to the falling star move, just uses it onto the wave, gets Prio, and now
The turtle is gonna score again.
But Lutpi is going to be caught by the airstrike. Now to G Kundo as well away the dragon. Lutpi
Ooh,
pinned down, but there's not enough
turtle.
damage to take him out. And Stone Ruin
Oh,
will
no,
react
no.
in time
JP
for
got
Sanford
it.
and Sanji. But now JP getting
Oi.
bumped.
The father has fallen, and now in Thunder form, Sanford looking to do a
Sanji.
lot of damage.
Oi,
Whoa, people!
nice.
Oh, Hepfine Sounds dancing around him!
The Filipino sniper on an Esmeralda as Carl TZ
Whoa,
gets
Filipino
a free
sniper.
turtle top, now rotates
Filipino
into the
sniper on
purple buff and
Esmeralda.
takes it away from Kai, but he wants more. Jumps onto
Crazy.
Keyboy. Not enough.
Tote is
took
guilty
the
of
turtle?
Grand Theft Purple. Again, a game of inches. That
Okay,
start
Team Liquid.
was, whoa, wait. Skylar?
Oh.
Let's find out. That's 4 members!
All alone,
Ah,
no way you
gangbang.
can survive that.
Sorry,
Oheb on a
Skylar,
killing
bro.
spree now.
Gangbang.
Oh man, I feel like we're watching 4 different games or 1v1s go on and break out throughout this game. Neither team wanting to let up just yet, too, up here up top.
They're already
Traceless out
losing
of the way
to
to drag him, and now
Ooh,
it's gonna be Carl with the
Kyrie's
Constitution
on that.
and a Thorn Rose. Great Traceless
He's
again, but
definitely
again it's gonna be
gonna
Kai caught in the bad spot.
Nice.
As you see Carl rotate him over, it's Lutpi who gets the blink in time.
Okay, so they go, they make it
They're
happen,
losing
they'll find a
every lane, man.
pickup, minus everything that's been happening
Double?
here in the past minute or two. All these constant fights lead us
Who's winning?
nearly to that lore in about a minute. They want to start to open up the map at this point, take down this tier 1 turret. That's exactly what TL wants to do. Can Onyx hold on to this turret?
Someone seems upset, guys.
Question.
Someone
Sanford walking
seems
up,
upset.
able to go for the CC, but it's only onto Lutpi now as he dashes out again.
Onyx
And look at
overrated, yes,
JP.
yes. Juso भाई
That's what you get.
हम ही
with a
समझते हैं सब
Cho
कुछ.
pick in the hands
यही
of
तो हो रहा है यहाँ
Team
पे.
Liquid's Patriarch.
On
There's-
dangerous grass.
On dangerous grass, again, there's very little he needs to do to get in there. And just to call back the kill that Kyrie suffered up top, that rarely happens to the Sky King. Sanji's fine here. The Gleam, Lutpi didn't fully commit.
This
And now
is his
Oheb
first
is in a
game.
position
No.
with, what?
You know what?
All the
Let me tell you
Kingdoms of
something, okay?
Swords!
All
No,
in on
if
top,
you
Oheb
lose
took
the
the kill.
first
Lutpi
game,
is a
right,
bit
you
late to
lose the
react now,
confidence.
gets shot
And
from
then
the
you-
skies by
you start
Sanford,
making
and
mistakes
man,
again and
you
again.
can really start to
That is
feel
what
that
happens.
damage.
If you
One
win
kick
first game,
again
you get
from
the
JP.
confidence.
He has been
It's
a
that
menace
simple.
on this side of the jungle of Onyx, and right now they're going to go ahead and work to take the purple buff as well from Kyrie.
The mid is gone.
Still go for the tier 1.
Yay!
Oh, look, he gets the blade, but he gets
Whoa,
disintegrated before he can tap the second part of it. That's a free turret in the mid lane, and Kai can only
mean,
get
that
a
was
trade
first
up
goal.
top with a tier 1.
Team Liquid,
Easy
make
Lord.
a beeline for the Lord. Massive conversions. Onyx ID not down and out just yet. There are still trades happening for the defending champions of Indonesia on home soil. They are suffering quite the losses in the opener of this best of 5, and now they're going to commit even more atrocities in the jungle.
Jeez, what do you got to do, man? You got to continue to pressure where you can, and they'll do exactly that. Kyrie, no buff, no orange buff, no purple buff either, and you expect JP to pretty much just live on this side of the jungle of Onyx. So they have a Lord approaching. They've got to defend.
Leo, usually when we talk about these Grand Theft Purples, it's sneaky with it, you know? It's kind of like a sneaky heist, but they're just going in. They're in front of their faces, they're stealing it.
This is blatant thievery, is what's happening. Highway robbery. In your face, I know you know, but I'm going to do it anyways. Sulfur checking range in the back. JP just crossing straight up. He's honest about it. Feathered airstrike.
What was that fight, man?
Walking up against Skylar, trying to survive. Flickers out to safety. Now they're throwing a ruin into the Flicker defensively. Carl gets the kill. It's a big double for the GOAT.
How many times have we seen a Carl TZ on this Lancelot, or Lancelot on Carl TZ, man? He is him. He's able to follow through with whatever JP sets up for them. They get these shields down. Lord is still up. That's got to be worked with. Sanford's low. He goes back. But I think that's all TL wanted. They ballooned their gold lead even further, almost 8,000 gold ahead, and they're nearing these base turrets to fall in the base of Onyx here.
Wait a second.
They're going to fight?
Onyx armor on 2, Carl TZ in the back, Phantom Execution, and the Thorn Rose down with the help of Skylar! Like Skylar taken out by Oheb, who's unstoppable.
Team Liquid, up now 8,000 gold. The reason why they're going fast and picking fights and stealing everything away from Onyx.
How much is it? 8,000.
I believe they know that they're on a time.
8,000 gold.
With no marksmen and no quote-unquote generic hitters, typical for taking objectives. They know that their time is limited, especially in the face of Lutfi. Lutfi showed signs of life by holding out, and now by pushing this bottom lane.
Two-man falling Star Moon. Carl, Phantom Execution backwards. He knows. I think a couple of times we've seen Team Liquid actually get overconfident to the Swiss Sage, even at day one of play-ins. So they've learned from that. They've corrected their errors.
I like that they've corrected their errors and they learned from it, but at the same time, you see them pressuring in a way that's like, hey, will they fight us or not? You know, and Onyx is deciding not to, which is the best option, because you can see between the items here how much work and ground it needs to be covered by Onyx. They're almost 10,000 behind. We have seen games and teams turn it around before, but this is tough, Leo.
9,000 between them, but you're looking at the deficit that Onyx is suffering. It's not like they're looking at the same currency. Liquid is counting gold. Onyx, bronze, coins.
Yeah.
It's a quick winner crown from Sanford. He's really going to be looking for the set and instantly for the freeze, so no one can target him down.
So I'm saying, man, you see the Sora going in the XP laner's hands. You know they're going to go ahead and try to utilize that crowd control, which works best for more of a tankier build as Sora than what we usually see. You can see him picks up the Radiant Armor now too. He's quite stacked up defensively. Even Carl TZ building him. This should just be a free Lord for them.
I would say this is still a hybrid Sora for Sanford. You see how lethal his Thunder form is, especially when he finds Kyrie alone, even Sans. So with that said, they can just take this slow. Again, this could be the final Lord if Liquid gets this right.
Yeah, even if it's not the final Lord, I think it's guaranteed one more base turret.
Yeah.
It's best case scenario for Team Liquid, it's an N. But even then, I think 2 base turrets isn't even a stretch. Onyx don't have the best clear.
This is why you see Sans take the Feathered Airstrike, because they got to rely on that and somehow stop this push in. There's a fourth fight.
Way to drag it onto Keyboy. The point someone as well. And after the Sora, looking for the big set. Won't be able to find it just yet as Lutfi still able to survive, but the Winter Crown is there for him to survive. Lutfi! Taken out. It's a fadeaway kill from Sanji.
And that's 2 taken out from the Sky King's ranks as Liquid waits for that Lord down bottom, pressuring a mid, pressuring top. This is gonna be a defense that could be their last.
This is tough to deal with. You're down 2 members for a little bit longer. You're gonna work on the base. There they go, Sanford.
Yep. 3 members down, or just 3 members alive rather. Sans taking a shot at the Feather Airstrike on the falling Star Moon, cocking him in place. Oh my goodness, the way the dragon. He loses the immortality. Carl in the back, able to find a Thorn Rose. They still have the Lord to play with as Keyboy tries to zone the back of Sans. In a desperate attempt to save the game, stole away to Phantom Execution. Last base turret up top gonna be falling as well, and Onyx now are stripped down to just the crystal.
And with that, they expose the base of Onyx. Off that Lord, it looks like they're doing exactly that, playing the discipline route for TL, even up 12,000 gold. They'll just go ahead and stick to the foundations here, taking down the base turrets and reset.
To put it into context, Onyx ID are playing with less than a full deck. Already, A Hilda that can't get the brushes, that can't get the grass, is gimped. You are literally
it's just
playing
grass.
with a fractured hero here. And Kairi isn't, well, sure, he did get the big tree items, right?
Yeah.
But moving from there, he can't even get a good position because no one's going to peel, no one's going to set. Lutpi dies like 3 seconds into a fight with Team Liquid, and here they go!
AP again with a way to drag it over. Keyboy himself gets caught by Sanji! Throwing a ruin to the blinker, able to find 2, but that's it!
There you go, Lutpi gleams on out, the kick, and the knock-up, Kairi falls! Skylar gonna come up next, by the time Ohep gets 2!
A big double, and now it's just Lutpi and Keyboy! Can they defend? No, they cannot. Lutpi trying to hold out the waves. About an execution from Carl. Lutpi's in the midst of it all, healing. Best he can. He buys a bit more time. He actually gets away in time. Keyboy there by the reverse. Keyboy gets the shutdown.
They need the wave. Keyboy's gonna fall. Lutpi's holding on.
And now it's Liquid who stick onto the base to secure game 1 in this best of 5.
Nice.
A dominant game 1 from the Cavalry here. Team Liquid comes in non-stop against Onic Indonesia. An amazing start to this best of 5. They controlled the game from start to pretty much finish. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a tough adjustment, I feel like, for Onic Indonesia, because there was a lot to work from.
Massive meta evolution in terms of how Team Liquid changed their game. Onic, luckily, they have time to recalibrate, but what happened here should never ever happen again. I'm looking at a 13K deficit.
Yeah. That's why I was concerned with the Valentino flex into mid, because the Esmeralda was already visible. They just had no shred, yet they forced that pick into Sans, and with no shred, that's the result.
The result is true, and again, this is one of those crazy games that just started off the foot of, you know, you have a Cho, you can find someone to lock down, set things up. JP maybe only had one bad kick, or a kick that didn't go his way. It's not necessarily bad, but it just wasn't what they wanted, but Carl Teasy was still there to follow through. And again, that's just the synergy for TL. We're gonna go ahead and throw it over to our panelists to break down game 1 a little bit more for you guys here. It was dominant 1. Guys, what do you guys think about it?
First of all, thank you very much, Mirko, Leo, as well as Naisu. And yes, first of all, we do have to talk about this, where this is a very Indonesian kind of game, you know, fighting over and over and over and over again, because it does seem like Onic, they want to bring in the battle, and Team Liquid's like, hey, we got you, fam. But at the end of the day, Team Liquid just looks much more cleaner. JP having amazing kicks, and Carl as well, before 12 minutes, is full build. Kairi was nowhere near that kind of goal, Trex.
I mean, Carl Teasy just showed that Assassins are definitely still alive in M7 top 8. That's been the question on our minds, and he's showing that it is very possible. The guy was a monster.
Yeah, this is called the Liquid Stampede back at home. But I think that if you think about it, it's really just the same as how you treat it like in the Brawl server. Unfortunately, though, the main difference is they are timing it for the side of Team Liquid. They waited for the Esmeraldas with Sora from the side lanes, which kind of means that if they join together with Kairi in the middle, they will have relentless amount of just overall team fight, right? They will never run out of ways of team fight. Even when you say that the Cho ultimate as well as the Farsa ultimate, their combos are quite longer than what you would see from the Sora as well as the Esmeralda. The idea is the same. You constantly apply pressure to your opponents. And I think that this game, if you just look back at it, probably had 1,000 plays that happened every single minute, you know?
Can I just say, like, throughout the M7 World Championship from the Swiss stage up until now, early picking that Valentina is such a huge risk. In fact, the only one that can really work out was coming in from Sunset Lover from a Team Spirit. But other than that, the fact that you don't have that range really hurts your composition a lot.
Yeah, that's why I said that during the draft,
was
right? You also called out the Valentino double mistake when it was in the right spot. Lafel, you actually predicted that, but I thought like it wasn't the right idea because it kind of limits them to this spot. I think that Onic Indonesia generally have put themselves in a spot where it's difficult for them to get a good matchup in the roam role. In Keyboy, for example, he was forced to get that Hilda. We did predict the Hilda to be picked up, but in that scenario, the Cho was banned out. So I feel like if they kind of bumped the priority on the Hilda on the third pick, they could have banned the Cho, for example. That's what I'm thinking about. But they were put in this spot, and now they lost because of it.
I mean, I feel like Onic felt big brain for picking the Valentina because of the possibility of flex towards the end. But in the end, the Esmeralda comes in from TLPH and the outplay to return that no, this Sora was going to Sanford all along.
Yeah, I gotta say, 4th pick on the Esmeralda really threw them out a little bit. Here we have the MVP by Realme, 5-1 and 10. Sanji, by the end of the game, he was one-shotting everyone.
He was. That's the thing, right? That's what you look at Team Liquid. You can never really pinpoint who the MVP is, because I could have sworn that there was a time where JP was the MVP of the match, but I think
because of the control and the kicks that were amazing.
Exactly. Sanford was important in
He went for
the first few
divine.
minutes where they were able to apply pressure on the jungle so that Kyrie will never be able to catch up to Karltizi. Karltizi himself has delivered MVP performances, but I think specifically for Sanji, the way that he manages his ultimate and wings by wings, and to always be there in the team fights, whether or not he has the ultimate, meant the world for both Sanford as well as Oheb, because now whoever connects with Sanji has a kill threat no matter what.
Now, gentlemen, the thing that I want to talk about, even though Sanji is our MVP, is actually JP. Because if JP is performing like this the entire match, Onyx will have a problem. And I would say JP is not bannable, because if you take the Cho, there's a Hilda. If you take both, there's a Khalid, right? He has so much picks that I feel like if Onyx pays attention to that, everyone else will be free.
Yeah, I mean, you go far back enough, and JP came in during more of a support roam meta.
Yeah.
And then now he's becoming this more aggressive roamer and has just grown as a player so much. And that is a great point that I don't think a lot of us think about. He is almost impossible to ban. No matter how many things you take out, he still has more options.
There's always a system. If you pick this hero, this is our answer. It's almost like programming when there's an if-else statement that if you pick this is our answer. If there is Hilda, they will pick up Cho. If you pick up the Cho, they will go Hylos, they go Khalid, they go Grab, they go all around that. And you're right, it's almost impossible to ban, because if you commit enough bans to it, then you'll open up other heroes for the other roles.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, if the monitor wasn't slanted that way, we could see the monitor.
Yeah, but we can't.
Yeah, right now is a little bit difficult. Yeah, we can look at the back.
I want to point out some of those final plays towards the end there. This is, you know, the Liquid Stampede. This is the Team Liquid that I think I've been waiting to see overall, where they're aggressive. They're not too passive. Of course, they're a team that has patience, but Team Liquid, all the way back to Echo days, all the way back to these hollowed halls, have always been known as a Filipino team that are willing to really, you know, punch you in the face a few times. And that's what they did today, layering those skills, Falling Star Moon, into the punctures, into Sanji's Wings by Wings to catch someone off guard. You know, this is prime TLPH in that last game.
What I don't like about the Alice last pick for Onyx is that they kind of told themselves that, okay, we're just going to work around the Alice ultimate, because apart from that, they don't have a stun. Maybe eventually if Suns was able to copy the Way of the Dragon, they could have a way to engage, but that is not the optimal way to do it. The problem with picking up the Hilda, although it is a very good pick, I would feel like for Onyx up against the Lancelot, is that it doesn't have the stuns for you to set up. That's also kind of counterintuitive when in combination with the CC. So I feel like for Onyx, if they do want to keep up with how Team Liquid wants to play the game, they have to have other sources of stun. That is not an ultimate. So the Alice, although this hero is in theory good, in application, it's so difficult to pull up.
You know, speaking of Alice, the EXP lane, I want to focus on Sanford's item build here in the EXP lane. He does go for the hybrid build, Malefic Roar, Roar Axe. And that's, we saw earlier, previously in M7, some EXP lane Sora's going full tank build. But I think this type of build fits Sanford so well. He can still be that proactive, aggressive EXP laner, but he can also take a decent amount of damage.
Now, here's the thing, gentlemen. I kind of feel like we got to talk about this after 2 days, well, technically 3 days of the knockout stage. And I feel like all of the players here, they're very impatient. So I feel like if you're going up with the draft that has scaling in it, it's kind of to your disadvantage, because all the drafts that we've seen so far that has a clear, I would say scaling pattern, it's always interrupted, right? Even when SRG tries to bring this Yusunshin style, he will not get the farm, right? And this is the same kind of thing where Team Liquid is like, we got to chill in the Farsa. Your mid is not going to move. And if your mid is not going to move, Carl will go in, take all your buff, and then what, right? Then what, right? I really feel like since Team Liquid looks like they're so ready to fight, so ready to brawl, I kind of feel like that shows that the meta is shifting so that if you have a lot of skill in your lineup, you're not going to be having a good day. That's what I've been seeing.
That's interesting, but I guess like that might be so applicable in the two teams that we have right now, mainly because they're so dependent on momentum to start the match and start a game, for example. And this is so evident for every other Team Liquid game because yeah, they're highly skilled. They are so they can execute lineups that have high skill ceiling. And
I mean
scaling.
Yeah, meaning like you need a lot of farm. I feel like
Exactly.
maximum 1, 2, you're already stretching it.
But they speed it up in a way that you kind of accelerate your scaling. So it seems like if you have so much scaling that will depend on 18 minutes, but if you play so fast that you get kills and assists, all of a sudden that 18-minute mark becomes 15 minutes, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, so right now, basically, if you're gonna use scale, just play faster.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like you can
Scale faster.
I feel like you can't like. It's kind of like saying wait faster. You know, I feel like you can do it if you have Farsight and Cho. I feel like that's the skill. No, that's the secret sauce. The
skill?
That's the secret sauce. If you want to go for a big scaling.
I call it like a bridge.
The bridge.
The Farsight is more of a bridge where
Yeah, it will
you
start
have
later then.
you want to go from point A to point B. That's the bridge.
And you can get the.
Come. Guys, come, let's play bro. Until then, maybe the second match will start. Whoever wants to play, let's play bro. Even I was thinking the same. Oh my god, I streamed like whole day today. Right from 6:30.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to join? If you want to join, you can join. I'm so sleepy. Bro, yes, hello. Bean man. Do you wanna go for higher? Or do you not? No. No. Beatrix with his
Time and tide wait for no man.
This is something
nor
that's
girl.
gonna happen in my stream.
Time and tide wait for no man. Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Wow, I was about to go.
Five seconds till the enemy reaches.
I was about to go out with my
Smash them! If sheer words could break you, what can
on my
not?
neck.
First blood. Double kill. Enemy has been slain. Full steam ahead. Bullet shower.
My net is bad. Wow, what the?
Killing spree. Hey there, meet Runner, Nibiru, Wesker. Our turret is under attack.
Inspired.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. I hope you don't get tired of seeing me.
Guys, do let me know if the picking started.
Ally has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Killing spree. Double kill. It requires an enemy has been slain. Unstoppable. Anyone saw Diggy lately? Got a message for him. An enemy has been slain. Thank you. Slain an enemy. Well played. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been double kill. Well played.
3 strangers watching with me. Yes.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Has been slain. Ally has been. Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain.
And one is me.
This girl right here
Yes,
dresses
Yusu is
to
not
kill.
stranger.
Literally.
If you are often in my stream, or if you don't know Juso, it's crazy. This Kagura! I'm always dying from this Kagura.
Locked and loaded. Bang bang. An enemy has been slain. Double generation ahead of ya. You destroy the turret. Outsmart them old bosses.
Now 3 strangers watching with me.
Enemy has been slain. Shut
I mean
down.
2.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Okay. Beatrix everywhere.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Always on the winning side.
Okay guys, let's go back. Probably feel like okay. If I'm mom.
Bridge here because we gotta talk about the real
Be pretty good against.
Oh my god, the match already started.
scenario for Team Liquid. It's an N.
2 members.
Deficit?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yes, for all the
activeness have doing a much better job rotating straight after that wave to cut.
I'm
He's gonna
sorry,
have
guys.
a bit of a tempo advantage.
What happened to our game? It's the gold lane that's doing these proxying
Oh
this
my
early
God.
in the game. Turtle
again.
spawned, upper
Sora.
corner. JP pushes out these 3, spacing them out.
Kyrie
Mount
is
Shaka
on
coming in.
your mark.
That's with Spider. Now it's gonna be Kyrie still able to dodge away with a shadow stamp. Oh my god,
Kyrie
damage
is
on
on
JP
your
was
mark.
actually quite big.
Oh my God.
Reggie from Carl still winning it. Ludpi still able to walk in forward though, but that's first blood for
Nice.
Sanford as Ludpi falls as well. It's a double to CC Immune.
Man,
Okay,
oh
double
man,
kill.
and Skylar,
Nice.
he should be able to get away.
Ooh.
Oh, this drag back. Oh,
Regen! Oh my god, Skylar gets away with the help of the Regen tap! But look at this diversion, just to send him back to gold, and look at the instant conversion of gold.
I guess that's being a Valkyrie right there, man. I'm so surprised Skylar survived that, but still,
How did
that's
Skylar
only
survive
one problem.
that,
All that
man?
double kill for Sanford,
Crazy.
and now an objective
2
on
of them
the
use flicker, but
You
still
might
he
be scratching your
survived.
head how, why Skylar gets extra shields when he procs abilities, and I think Sanji did throw out a basic attack, thought it was going to be enough.
And wait, hold on for the airstrike. Untargetable Oheb though, just flies away. But this is why I was shaking my head to Wolf, just saying it's over when I saw the Leomord pick. We were both expecting Lancelot, but they went Leomord.
Yeah,
Like,
but
sure,
what is
Leomord's
up
been
with
great,
the Leomord
but it's
pick?
so
I really
not
want to
Kyrie.
know.
Hasn't that been the question
Why
even
Leomord
back
out of
in the
every
previous games of the
other
Swiss stage where we were like, man, you know, the
assassin,
Lancelot was left open.
Master,
It's like, why
anything?
They don't
Why
like
Leomord,
they don't want to
man?
play it. Onyx hate Lancelot. I don't know why though.
You know, that was at the time to be comfortable and have preferences because you need to evolve with the metagame. Team Liquid, even they did it.
Yeah, they did it. The Leomord has done pretty well, especially when we got to see the glimpses of it yesterday. But for some reason, Onyx just isn't able to go ahead and get the lead that, you know, some teams and some viewers that have been watching Onyx for a while are used to seeing them have. And there's been a constant kind of struggle for making them or showcasing the compositions they bring to these matches and then making them work. And right
I'm
now,
sorry guys, but can we just check
together with
the
Kyrie Barca,
Other than that,
they were
can we just check the ban one?
and statement that if you pick this is our answer. If they're the far side, it's just a good laner.
The bans are similar, right? The Lancelot was still open, then why not Lancelot? I thought they banned Lancelot, but Lancelot was still open.
This yes,
so that the Luyi can't get to the back end.
Yeah.
And Leomord can also just be your big damage dealer.
especially because there's the Luyi and would really support that. They're facing
banned
up
the
against Luyi.
Valentina.
Their
They
gold
banned
laners
the-
should be very self-sufficient.
Yeah, I think
I
definitely Freya, something of that nature
not
for
Lancelot,
EXP
man?
lane. I don't
happen even more so with the Luyi in play here for okay, able to get away just barely. Skylar there getting away with his life. Oracle now picked up here for Ludwig.
A little jump scare moment.
A little jump scare, but this might be he's actually gonna be able to get this turn down. He should be able to. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, turret aggro there. It's okay. I think he should still be able to escape. Found a shot coming out as well. He's on consecration. Now with the ultimate, never mind.
Hello?
Oheb
Excuse me, what
fisting
is
him
that?
down.
That's Thunder form for you.
What
Bottom
is
lane
that?
Uranus.
opened up for Onyx ID, so they could get some farm now on Skylar. It's not like he's in trouble, actually.
Yeah.
He hasn't died, and the map isn't exactly bearing down on him. They go for the swap. A minute until the turtle spawns. Again, looking at Keyboy, I think that's a good step. Whatever happened in the turtle,
Yep.
save for the part where in Carlton he still got it.
Yeah.
Find a way to use that kind of approach.
That's what I was saying, you know, step one, step two, Suns had the damage there, but JP did flicker out. That's how he was able to kind of like avoid that a little bit, but then he eventually died anyway. Set up in the mid.
Oh, Suns brought back to the team. Instant damage from the in-air reaction. Keyboy really looking for the play, but he gets blocked, and then Oheb comes in and smacks him.
Man, that can't feel good. You know, you're getting
So
yin-yang reaction
so
thrown
scary.
around, you're getting torrented around. At the end of the day, you just want to be able to play, and right now this composition, here's a diversion.
They collapse onto Kyrie. He's fine. Dash is out of there. And they go for
The
the
mid
tier
lane
1
is
in mid.
done.
Sure, take your win in the bottom lane. Oheb's back to reclaim it, but the map is gone once again. It's looking like it's all liquid.
Yeah, it just feels so lost for Onyx. They're late to the rotations.
I
When they
feel
do
so
get the
bad
rotations,
for
they don't know what to
Venus.
do.
They don't care
Now
about
it's
the
Keyboy
Venus,
trying his
man.
best. Sanford with the Brave Spider
Don't
again. Gets
care,
kicked out
don't
of the
care,
Dragon. Now it's going to be the all in with the
whatever.
Phantom Steed as well. Over on
just
Sanford.
going in.
He's still buying so much time. Reject away. Oh my god! Sanford still surviving. What the
Oh my
hell?
god!
The bravest fighter keeps him up. The Land Shaker sends away forward, and
Sanford
Carlton
survived that.
secures a turtle. Down goes
He
Suns.
knocked like
Keyboy
4
gets
people
away
out
with
there.
1 HP.
And he
It's
still
all
survived.
liquid now. 4K up.
How many times do we have to see Sanford pull something like that
This is
off?
the reason I say
Especially
TLP
on this
TLP
hero, the
deserves it
Lapu
more.
Lapu. He does it again, surviving
difference?
amidst it all.
Oh my god.
This right here
guy.
is fresh hunting grounds,
Yeah.
and the apex predator is hungry.
This guy really makes me want to curse. Like,
In
you
a
know,
good way.
curse the team, not
Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boy.
Uh-oh.
Gets away the dragon, but there's just no damage, right? Oheb takes him
Oh,
back
yeah,
to the team.
whoa.
And straight into the
Keep
Mount
going.
Shock. And now
Nice.
Phantom Steed as well. Kyrie trying to look for damage, but JP inside of the bush will not take any damage.
Kel didn't even need to flicker. He knew he
Yeah.
was going to survive. Torrent form gave him the
Exactly
extra
what I
HP.
that Festival of Blood, being able to go ahead and heal back up, and that
is
was
what
about of a
EXP
good
should
setup
do.
that you
You
could
know,
expect from
Sanford,
Onyx. I mean,
he
they
literally
made the
didn't care
play, they
about
went for it, they
anything.
had the
He literally
damage,
didn't care about
but
himself. He just
unfortunately,
went
they're
in,
not scaled up the
he
way they
grabbed
need
4
to be. Again,
people,
this is a
team
gold
to
lead
the
that has
turtle,
been
and he
built up,
came back
especially in the
again.
last couple minutes
Like
or so.
nothing happened.
It's now ballooned nearly 5,000 gold, which is just right on time for this Lord to come up. There's the chastised
And that is
pauldrons
what
too,
EXP
now
laner
in
should
the
do,
hands of
no matter
Sanford.
what.
Chef's kiss. You did say there is some damage for Onyx, but for that to be
And
completely
when
shut
we
down and
play
neutralized,
the rank, our
Sanford
EXP
picks
laner, we
up the
have to beg
chastised
our
pauldrons.
EXP
So all
laner
the
to
more
just
there's
come
going
to
to be little
help us
damage.
in
You'll
turtle.
get Skylar to scale up. Kyrie maybe some way, somehow, if he gets the stacks,
Yeah.
not going to happen anymore.
And that just says they're relying on their
5K
fancy
gold lead
footwork.
At least for the next 5
in like
minutes.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
I mean,
Crazy.
this is tough because even more so does Sans have to be on point with the Fendered Airstrike into this objective. Lord's going to be up here shortly, and look at the play up here. Diversion's going to be used.
Yep.
Relocating TL to this side of the map. They're ready to go ahead and start the objective here in just a bit. Once things get situated, and Carl Teasy makes his way again. Expanding rivers, fast rotations here. Onyx knows what's up, and they'll also get in position. Despite being down this much, it looks like they do want to contest if they can.
Oh man, taking a lot of damage there. Oh, heavily walking up, forcing the flicker out from Sans before he can actually get the CC down. And that's a big gun from Mr. Goat.
Brush control totally in Liquid's
The
favor.
regular players have regular
Holding down that Y brush
Yes,
while
right.
playing with the
Definitely.
nearby
That's so-
lane.
that's so true.
Oh, they do get the kick, finding Sanford.
Oi,
The answer
oi,
with
no,
all
no, no,
of the ults that they got, yet he still
Oh,
stands.
he
Yeah,
still
there's no
survived.
way you can kill him. That CC immune. JP now caught in the midst of it all.
He still
He
survived,
doesn't
man.
die.
He was
Ohem
dead.
goes in again.
He's
This time
definitely dead.
Akiboy! And he
Nice.
takes him out. Ohem on a killing spree. JP regenning in the bush again. Onyx have no answers.
What can you do against Sanford? Even when you get the setup right, he doesn't die. And now off of it, Loopy gives the information. They're going for the Lord here. But there's just nothing that can be done unless...
Nice.
Nope, Lord already secured. They're going for more.
Oh,
Kyrie,
man,
Kyrie.
Iron Steed now jumps in, but look at that CC immunity in the
Ohem
air.
damage,
Ohem.
man, crazy.
Skylar can only just look for a trade up top, and really, for Liquid, they're taking a chill pill at this point. They're not even going for the diversions aggressively anymore.
They are putting their hands up while they're stepping on Onyx's neck. Literally. To be fair, they are less aggressive in taking these buffs, these camps, so they're not attacking the economy, but what they are attacking is Onyx's propensity to fight back. And I'm pretty sure this is getting into
In
the
this
mental
tournament, the
of the
highest,
Sky
like,
Kings.
That
Again,
they
if you
have,
get in the
like,
match
in a
point,
whole
that's
team,
literally every
it's like
game is a must
9,
win.
10.
Now
And
is a
in our
must
team,
defend situation.
one person dies
They're
more
going up
than 10
against the
times.
Lord, pushing down bottom, and I'm
Right.
looking at a situation wherein these holy shields pop.
Yep. Holy Shield up top, just popped. Working
Yeah,
on this
that's
tier
what-
2 in the mid. They do hold that
That,
Lord
that,
there, so
that
they're
is
going
the
to try
reason
to
we are
hold
not
on
there and they are playing.
to the mid and bottom if they can. They do have good clear. They'll go ahead and clear this out. A diversion used here. And this is the thing, man. It is more so on the mental state. I feel like with Onyx right now, they're kind of scrambling. I mean, even the way that they're approaching some of these fights. Again, you got to think how many times do you actually get that setup your composition is supposed to allow you to do, and not capitalizing now. What, 2-3 times in this game? You start to think, is that the play? Like, who are we going to lock down? If they can't get to Sanji, who is? Because if you can find Ohem and kick him, because you don't want to go for Sanford anymore.
There was moments in game 1 wherein the shoe is on the other foot. It's Keyboy on the Hilda, and the same thing happened.
Yeah.
So I think it's less of what they're playing with and more of how they're playing it. At this point, you can't cry over, oh, we picked the wrong heroes.
Yeah.
You're deep in. You're 12 minutes in. Lord spawning in a minute.
Got to use what you got.
I love how the game has evolved, wherein XP lane and gold lane can just share the same things. They can just do the same things. And you're seeing a Winter Crown almost on Ohem.
Yeah.
That's it, all the more. Everybody's just going to be really hard to kill.
Yeah, and you already have the Queen's Wing, so I think even for Sanford, he's already immortal. He doesn't need a double on that, right? No need for the immortality.
There's nothing Onyx can do for at least the next 8 minutes that can kill Sanford.
Yeah, he doesn't need too much anyway, because again, it's just been his mechanic skills that have pretty much kept him alive. And so, you know, for Onyx, as they kind of get ready for this next Lord, because it seems like they're also just going to kind of calm down, get what they can. In terms of items here, you can see the Concealed now being swapped in. Now Keyboy's got that. So they are going to most likely try to make an attempt here, a play with the Concealed, the kick. And it's just about target acquisition here, like we mentioned. Oh, Keyboy, you can already see him, on this side of the jungle too. It's going to be spotted out though.
It's a good angle, but it's the wrong person you're tracking.
Yeah. So Lord up, fighting for position here now for this Lord take. Carl Teasy will start it up. But with Onyx in tow, they'll go ahead and get ready to fight this Keyboy.
Keyboy.
Carl Teasy with the Vintage Dragon as well. Skylar walks up and Keyboy gets a pick on the go.
Nice.
That was the damage coming through and Sanford just slicing them.
2 for 1 currently as Onyx are thinking, should we stay, should we go? Kyrie dancing around, bumps into JP. JP very low.
Yeah, Kai bonked around. Still trying to go for more damage. Is able to kind of wave it. Bird takes him down. Picks up the mega kill as Oheb walks into the mid lane. And now goes for the chase out the San. Forcing the flicker out. And now it's Lutpi who's trying to buy time. But the airstrike coming down on him with the stun as well. But Oheb goes to the skies and goes back onto Lutpi. Now the helm of the Bravest Fighter in through the consecration. They swing him down, but Lutpi's able to flicker out.
By time, Sans joins the tag team battle, and the Lord has gone ahead and scaled up here. 14 minutes, still standing. Purple in jeopardy. Calteezy's a respawn too.
Everybody's pretty much going to reset after that, but man, give it up to Keyboy. He found the target he needed to find, and still yet, they weren't able to secure the Lord just yet. So we come back to where we just were. Now, if Keyboy can do that again, he doesn't have the flicker this time, though, so that is a bit of a loss here. Oh, hold on. Whoa, kick already used.
San's able to kind of wave there from the stun of the Bravest Fighter. Now it's going to be Skylar in the back line going in all the way onto Carl. No, actually. He gets the kill back, but he's going to be dead as well. Oheb finding the trade. Lutpi taken down by Oheb. But Keyboy did the same to Sanford now. It's a 3v3.
Mummy?
Liquid taken away from home court as Carl Teasy in the midst of the chaos secures the Lord. He
Keyboy
finds Keyboy, serves up a kill to the goat. He's feeling himself.
That recall was
Onyx
personal,
is
man.
fighting. They're going for these fights. They're trying to turn it around, but man, TL right now just has the upper hand. A Phantom Steed thrown out to go ahead and clear out this lane, but the Lord is the problem. As Onyx waits for everyone to be up for this defense. Once again, TL finds themselves with a lead to work with as they approach the base in game 2 of this best of 5. Potentially knocking down these base turrets of Onyx unless somehow they're able to turn it around in this game. We've seen it before, teams turning around at big gold deficits. Can they keep it together here? The mid turret's gonna go down as that Lord charges in. Uh-oh. And a full force of Onyx on the defense here.
Yep, good for the airstrike to zone him away, but the position that Team Liquid have right now, it's like they don't really care for the team fight. They can just go for the slow build-up again, wait for the next neutral objective to spawn in, and then take Onyx into deep waters.
And what's troublesome for Onyx is Liquid are playing with both mid and long-range heroes. You have Sanji, you have Carl Teasy, and then if things get worse, you want to play in the paint, you have the Sora and the Lapu Lapu. So the only real solution for Onyx is a pickup. That's the only way that Lord was delayed. The second Lord could have been theirs. It's just, I don't blame him. I don't blame Onyx because that was their one chance. That was their one try. Oh my god, Lutpi here gets caught out. Tail end of the Bravest Fighter, and they get him. Oheb.
Oh no.
Diversion!
What?
Into the midst of it. Oh, Keyboy! Trying to go for the way the dragon cannot find it. Sanford takes him down. And now with Lutpi and Keyboy down, they have a wave in the mid lane to play with. But they'll just go and play it safe. They go up top.
A surprise stampede from the chef. He cooked this one up. And Onyx ID in just a few moments might be cooked because it looks like Liquid are going for it.
Oheb in the back, Sanford popping Bravest Fighter. Kyrie almost for the goal for the kill, but again out gets stunned out by Sanford. And he all in and he takes him down. Skylar in the middle. Whoa! He hits the wall! With clear air, looking for the kill. Desperate plays from Onyx, desperately trying to stay alive.
It's just the base left standing. Lutpi and Sans doing their last stand. They clear the wave.
They clear the wave. They stay in the game. But man, what is going on for Onyx? They still have to deal with the wave pushing down a bot with Carl Teasy. Does Team Liquid look to do any more than take these base turrets down? Uh-oh. Well, items being picked up here. Immortality for Keyboy as well. They're going to push it in.
Sanford, you're looking for the play again. Every time it's up, he goes for the Bravest Fighter, dude. And it's crazy because I have never seen Onyx panic like this before.
Yeah.
They are usually composed
See,
in even the toughest situations, but Something's gotten to them, bro. What was that?
No, of course, there will be a lot of changes, right? But it's like,
Usually
if
when
you
you
lose the
draft a
first match,
certain
right,
way
you
and you
lose the
end up in
confidence.
less
You
than
don't have the
ideal
same kind of confidence again.
situations, there is
And
a
I've
game
seen
plan. But for now,
a
Onyx,
lot of
again,
tournaments.
the
I've
best
seen
thing we can say is
live
get a
tournaments, and
pickup.
it actually happens. After you lose one
And
match,
that's
you
gonna be a
don't
winner
feel
crowd.
the
The
same.
safety. Oh, heads up, hey.
Phantom Steed coming down from Kyrie. He's going to be stunned
Hey,
up again.
hey,
JP still going to
wait,
play
no,
right
no,
now. It's
no,
down to
no,
be
no.
Skyler. The backline taken down by
He's
Sanji. Sanford
Whoa.
looking for it. Doesn't get
Oh,
the
has
stun
been
down.
died?
They're all trying to run right diversion from Sanji.
Surprise stampede from the back. Kyrie gets run
Sans.
over. Sans? Wings by wings? Oh, he can't save the base.
There's a cannon minion in the base. TL
Crazy,
with ease.
crazy.
Take the series to match point.
Match point. You can't stop a Calvary coming through the diversion just when you think you've got the kick for the 5th or 6th time. It's all stopped in its tracks here. You can see just how disappointed right now Onyx is feeling with this, man, because match point.
Multiple times, the Loyi has given Liquid, this squad, multiple accolades. The surprise stampede, you never expect an 800-pound stallion in your closet. That's what Onyx woke up to today.
Crazy.
GG. I think at this
They
point,
wouldn't win
after
it,
the panic
you know,
we
it would
saw
be a
in
little
game number
delay, I
2,
guess. with
we know
if
what's the
they
outcome of game
went
number
for the
3
Lord,
already.
but
Predetermined, Naisu.
Sanji's ult
It is, man.
changed
It's going to be a
everything.
tough one here just with what they've got to work
just
on
went for
because,
the-
again,
They just
you said
went
it,
for
man.
the
They were
Sanji ult,
shaking.
and then
They weren't
lost the
playing their
Kyrie,
game on it here.
and
They
then
were
the
making
first up.
mistakes throughout these team fights. And, you know, part of it, again, is
Kyrie's dead.
it's mistakes because TL's just playing damn good, man. I mean, again, individually, they're able to go ahead and pull off crazy things like we saw
Boy
from
didn't even got time
Sanford,
to
but just
recall
as a
that.
team,
Sorry.
making it all
Huh?
work. And that's what TL has been known for and why they're on that Golden Road adventure right now.
Your
We're going to be
net
thrown over to the
probably is
panel
almost
to
also
break
there.
down game number
Isn't
2
it?
for us. Guys, what do you think?
It's not.
Thank you again, gentlemen. And I kind of feel like two things that we do have to talk about.
feel
Number
bad for
one
them. How many
is
times do they have to walk,
Liquid
man? Just
basically
sit down and just
out-brawling
play.
Onyx, and now we need a one-on-one on how to untilt ourselves, because it does seem like for Onyx, even though they are known to be well composed, but there were some plays that we can definitely see that were a little bit desperate.
Why the Freya? Why the Leomord?
LaFell Trex. Hey, who's this?
Sanford.
Sanford.
Why?
Even if you would go for the
Sanford, how are
Lancelot,
you?
CC Immune. I'm CC
This is
Immune.
Vanua.
This is Vinuya.
Oh, you look very handsome, by the way.
Thank you.
Fanny was banned.
I feel so good because I'm able to use my Lapu Lapu in the grand
Fanny was
stage, and
banned, I guess.
it's
It was-
unstoppable. It's hard to beat.
In the same place.
Yes, that's right.
When you won it at M4 the other day.
That's right. That's very true. It feels so good, man.
How do you get this height?
He's always been this tall. He just looks small on camera.
I see.
He just looks small on camera.
How are you at two places at the same time?
Again, I
feel
am
like-
CC
like,
Immune, so
you
you
know,
may
it
confuse
was
me
a
now. Right
little
now,
game
Sanford is
changer,
playing, but
for the
this is
side of
CC
Onyx
Immune.
when
What
the
we're talking about.
CC
when the
Immune, I
keyboy
have one
ulti
question for you.
called DZ.
Okay.
How's your vision?
And I felt like
So
that
limited.
was like a changing moment
has
for Onyx.
his roamer for
They
it.
could have just
Give him
went for the Lord.
That's right. I'm
Sanford
relying on
was
just your
dead as well.
information, guys.
Okay, if that's the case, I want to ask you, how is it that
But
you
they
were
overthrew
targeted a
it.
few times, but you did not die? That was amazing on that Lapu.
I guess because there's not much magic damage that can come from the composition of Onyx
Sora,
that's ready enough to
right?
take
Sora,
me down.
they picked the first. The first
30%
pick was Sora again.
damage reduction from physical is just so good because I'm always hitting all my spells, and also because I'm the first one to I'm the one to start the fights first before you're able to react, and you cannot deal damage to me.
This might just be the best player interview we've ever had. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So talkative, very well spoken. Normally you're so shy, and it's just surprising to see you like this.
Yeah, you can't be.
So this will be the deciding match, right? Guys, if anyone wants to play, if anyone wants to join for Brawl, you can come join. Claude was banned. Definitely, Claude was banned. But why didn't they ban the Sora? I'm confused about that.
Yeah. Big question. Why they didn't ban?
They left the Sora like that. Even my net is not working now.
Weather this good is a rare sight in the desert. Let's not waste it.
Same. Oh, so cute. Ice cream. I don't have the. Wait a second. Okay. Invite. Start. It's fine, leave it. No, there are only 3 people watching. Leave it. This will be the deciding match, right?
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Always on the way.
One last game. You know what? The coaches are professional. Okay, I don't have any objection with that. But sometimes I feel like you should. Sometimes I feel like you yourself know more, right? There, Leo mode was not needed. Leo mode, the Freya was not needed because I have also played with Scott. Okay, I have also had a lot of coaches before, and they used to tell to pick random heroes. Okay, which they felt like it would work, but it never used to work. So I feel like you should sometimes go for the you should go for your instinct, which you feel like, oh, okay, this will be better, because you have also played for a long time, right? And yeah, you also know it, which one is better. The same happened in the first match, when Kyrie went for the
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
YSS. Carl Dizzy went for the Lancelot. It could have been the same thing again.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
That's their draft, but we as viewers, we also have our own opinion, and I feel like
I can't get more excited to get going now. Any luck you could run from this?
hello Salt, hi Glorious, how are you? Who do you think got the MVP?
We better be on the road, Clint. It's a long ride has been slain.
Okay, what was this? KD.
Let's make our debut in the lane. Slain. Never mind.
I'm great. Good. The only good coach right now is Safer for Alter Ego, statically speaking, based off facts. For me, I just don't watch a lot of tournaments, but this Leomord was definitely not needed in that match. The Freya, I don't understand why the Freya.
Launch attack.
So many hero pools now, so with so many
के खेल्दै लियोमोड त के पिक गर्दै है किन लियोमोड किन चाहिँ फ्रेया किन खेल्दै गयो कुनै You understand this, right? Hello, Ning.
Only the brave have the courage to confront the intruders. At least you tried. Well, yet you didn't make it, did you?
That problem, absolutely.
Whoa! I died in the air itself, man. I've been streaming since like 6:30 and right now what it is 3. If I stream till 6, it'll be like 12 hours.
Only the brave have the courage to confront the intruders. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We better be on the way.
I made random builds. I have to. I didn't make that. I should go for the Athena.
This
Our turret is under attack. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Enemy rampage. Double kill. Any luck you could run from this? I can't get more excited to get going now. Killing spree. Let's make our debut in this land. Has been slain. Don't ever look back. Slain an enemy. I can be faster. Let's make our debut in this land. Killing spree. Let's make our debut in this land. I'm not yet strong enough, but I will protect them. Let's make our debut in this land. Above the horizon rises the beautiful sun. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been killed.
What the heck?
Any lucky spree. I know some really cool cowboys. Can we one spot side by side? Double kill. Let's make our debut in this land. Monster kill. Only the brave have the courage to confront the intruder. Let's make our debut in this land. Ally has been slain. I can't get more excited. Keep going now. I can be faster. An enemy has been slain. Let's make our debut in this land. Don't ever look back.
Why you over to die?
Let's make our debut in this land. An enemy has been slain.
1,000 seconds.
Let's make our debut in this land. What doesn't kill you makes you strong. Any lucky defender and legendary. Our inhibitor turret has been Our turret has been destroyed.
I so want to learn to play this hero, Glue. It's so
We
good.
better
I
be on
love
the
it.
road,
I
Clint.
love this
It's a
hero.
long way.
Do you remember that carry?
I know some really cool cowboys. Can we one spot side by side? An enemy has to be faster. Above the horizon rises the beautiful sun. Let's make our debut in this land.
Where are you actually going? I just want to know that.
Double kill.
Because everything will be with everything.
Let's make our any luck you could run from this. Only the brave have the courage to confront the intruder. Let's make our debut in this land. Above the horizon rises the beautiful sun. I know some really cool cowboys. Can we one spot side by side? I can't get more excited to get going now. I can be faster. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Let's make our debut in this land. An ally has been slain. At least you tried. Well, yeah, you didn't make it, did you?
Minute.
I'm not yet strong enough, but I will protect them. Initiate retreat!
Starting partner.
Double kill!
Oh.
Any luck you could run from this? You have slain an enemy! Shut down!
Nice.
Let's make our debut in this land. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Your team destroyed the turret. We better be on the road, Flint. It's a long way. Let's make our... I'll be better next time.
Ah, nice. Oh, crazy.
Victory!
It probably started now.
Key.
I mean, like, they won it here before.
Exactly. That's the only time they've won it here before.
Maybe that's the secret. Everywhere they go, they actually have some ball. They just don't tell us. Whenever they need to be aggressive, it's like,
Exact
hey,
time.
coach,
We came in
you
the
got the
exact
red
time.
stuff.
Draft starting
Right?
in
Something red,
5
something
seconds.
orange. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into the draft here. Let's look at the map. It looks like it's going to be broken in the walls. If it's difficult for Kyrie to play in the jungle, oh my goodness, it's going to be more difficult now, Trex.
All right, so first pick is over to...
GG, I'm back.
Oh no, last ban over to TL. Sora is banned out this time, which makes a huge difference in what we're going to see because the past few games it has gone through. Claude gone as well. Grok on the field. Do we think we see something like a Grok up front from Onyx? Cho? I don't know. I think you go for something more group crowd control. With the way that TL's been playing, the Cho, Keyboy, I mean, I think you need something that can really stiff arm the advance of TL.
Are they gonna go?
Something that can slow them down.
Draft has started. Are they gonna go for the Sora pick?
It's
Onyx?
banned out by themselves, maybe a Yujon.
Onyx has the first
but it's
pick.
also bad.
Zoban, yeah.
Grok?
Yeah, Grok maybe.
Or just Sparza.
Wysis.
Okay.
Yisunchi, this is so scary
pick?
because you can just go. Well, Hilda is not
They-
available,
they'll go
but
for the Sora
TL
then,
can just go
probably.
for Khalid eventually.
Or TL just take away the Cho now.
Lancelot Cho. Yeah, Lancelot Cho might be a.
Cho Farza?
Cho Farza.
Cho Farsa looks so good. I like
Oh,
Onyx.
Sora is
I
banned.
really
I'm so,
feel like go
I'm so sorry.
back
My
to the
my
most
brain-
basic
my-
thing and
Sora is
get
banned.
winning
Oh.
lanes. Like I feel like once you see the Farsa, I would
Yeah.
I kind of feel like take the prio
India servers.
side leaders.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's difficult to go up against OHEP and Sanford. Even if you get a counter matchup, they still somehow win.
But
They
with the
finally
sword gone
banned the
right now,
Sora. That's what I was thinking.
there's not
Why
exactly
did
like
they ban the
Cryo
Sora?
offlane. You want to go
The
for
Sora
counterplay. The
Esmeralda
Esmeralda,
and
though,
the
what I do like about it is we
Farsa.
know OHEB can play it. If they have to, they can
Okay.
use it elsewhere. Most
It
likely
makes
going to
sense.
the gold lane, though.
Yeah.
But still, the option is very open, right?
This kind of tells me that
Uranus
Team
is
Liquid really
open.
wants to put JP0 onto the second phase, which also it has worked in the
Windows
previous games
10.
though. So Oni cannot easily just pick up the Cho here because of the presence of the Esmeralda. I think the Grok is gonna be better.
Yes.
You also have that Hylas to protect your team. That's gonna be for Keyboy. However, maybe they just deprioritize Keyboys here now. I think they just might go for EXP. Maybe get oh, they go Kalea. And maybe Valen Lunox. This is really
Whenever
scary.
I heard the
But Team Liquid could just go for
I remember
can go
the-
back to the Lancelot. I
the-
feel like I don't think
Cheta
they're a team that would go for the
Bimala
Leomord, especially in this scenario where there's a Lunox and a
The
Kalea.
Lunox pick.
You might want to go for an assassin here, Hayabusa or the Lancelot. There you go.
That's how
Lancelot!
they beat him in the first
Okay.
game.
Yeah.
Carl TZ felt comfortable against the YSS with
Oh,
it.
so it's again
Coming in the
YSS
second phase of
versus-
bans, though.
Lancelot.
So both sides are, we still need a roam for the side of TL, so does Onyx just kind of, you ban out the Grok here, you ban out some of those options?
Yeah,
You can get on catch, I guess.
right now I feel like TL is in such a good position. It really is just on Onyx. So most of my questions will be closely related to Onyx. So first of all, how do you feel about the first 3 picks here, Wolf, the Ysun Shin, Lunox, and Kalia?
The Ysun Shin and Lunox, I really like. Kalia, it's just the slot where the Kalia is right now, which I'm scared of because Team Liquid can draft accordingly, but they can also just ban out Zingers that will eventually counter the Kalia, like the Katon Kacha, for example. So, to answer your question, I like it actually. I think this is much better than the first 3 picks of Onyx in games 1 and 2.
So what about you, Trex? What does Onyx really do not want to deal with just to make sure this first 3 picks is not going to be disturbed?
Oh, man.
You got to look at JP's hero?
I mean, I think you definitely look at JP's hero. The Hilda is already gone. Again, I think the Grok could be a problem. Anything hyper-aggressive, you get rid of maybe the... So they did ban out Gatakacha here, and then maybe just get rid of the Grok next and keep it simple?
Yeah. Pharsa, though, that's going to be scary.
What if Onyx throws a curveball? Because they have done this before. They put the Lunox on the gold lane.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a great idea, but because they have done it before, we do have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if the hand gets shown of Esmeralda being in the gold lane, but the problem is TL gets final pick, so it's very hard. They have to make that call preemptively, essentially.
You know what? What if Team Liquid picks up Chip?
Yeah, that would be trouble.
That would be a lot of trouble for Onyx, especially if it's gonna be
because their mid trio is kind of selfish in their own defenses.
Yep, that's right. Kalia as well as Lunox. There's the Lapu Lapu being banned out.
They leave the Grok open.
Let's see. Uranus is also open. They can actually Oh, it's panned.
Yeah. I know the monitor shifting is it's something to
Draft
deal
is
with.
basically coach versus coach. Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach will
Arlet
just pick the heroes. Coach will, like, you know.
You want to pick that up now?
Whatever the coach will say, they have to pick it. And
San
they just
Francisco's
have to
quite a
play.
few heroes to glue as
It's
well.
like that.
Pick up the Alice
It's coach
here.
decision.
And I can really see. Because what happens now is that you don't have a luxury of side laners now for Onyx. What do you pick up against these 2 heroes? You need some sandbag and you also need that damage. I think Ranger might be an option for them.
I kind of want to see Onyx kind of like have a lot of crowd control here because they only have a single lock.
Yeah.
I want to see just a little bit more. But that's
Ranger Terizla, man. I think they don't have any choice.
Terizla. We haven't seen a Ruby
Their
in a really long
frontliner
time.
is
It
not
goes well with the
that
YSS.
good, right?
Oh, you're right. That could be good.
For the side of Onyx.
Maybe you take the maybe get Khalid. Edith. How about Edith though? Is it something that Onyx like Ludwig can play? CC, by the way. Oh no, it's banned.
Yeah, you just got to get used to the monitor.
The monitor. It really actually glares the bans. I cannot see it.
I've been waiting like 30 games for this Ruby pick right here because I feel like it still works well, especially against the double fighter off lane.
Yeah.
Because what they want to do is all jump on you and Ruby slows that pressure down.
Hylos might be the option here for Team Liquid, but I do want to see a chip. It might be so spicy. There you go. It's a Hylos.
Hey, you gotta go with the low and easy, what is it called? Low hanging fruit. Like if it's obviously a high loss, just pick up a high loss. So Trex, is there a chance Onyx can extend this?
Because I'm a Ruby fan, I think there is. I think there is a chance. I'd give it like 35 to 65.
Well, I'm not good at numbers. What does that tell us?
That tells me that they have a better chance in this game compared to the previous 2 games.
Okay. I'm still not all that good in numbers. There's a scissor here. Well, this is potentially the final game between Onyx going up against TL. Will TL drop Onyx in their own home turf? Okay. We're throwing it over to the casters for this one.
You know what? I'm not good at numbers either, LaFell. And that's why I'm right here, joining with the boys Leo and Mirko. We're bringing it in Game 3. It's match point right now for Team Liquid. 2 champions once again that started this all out and has been dominant so far for the champions from the Philippines. Gentlemen, are we thinking the same things here with the draft?
If we did not watch the first 2 games, worrying about the mental of Onyx right now, then yes, I'd even up those numbers. I'd say it's a 60-40 in favor of Onyx. I really like this draft.
But the thing is, the first 2 games happened, and in game number 2, it was honestly quite brutal to see Onyx panic the way they did in the base defense. Skylar hitting a wall, going for the Valkyrie's descent. Keyboy flickering, trying to really look for a way to drag him, but unable to. So they are on easier to execute compositions now, on easier to execute heroes. It's back to the basics, even the Ruby, something that we haven't seen in a while, get into the hands of Skylar.
Not just easier, I'd say even at an advantage. You're looking at Keyboy, who is holding on for dear life and can hold on to these softies. I'm looking at Carl TZ, I'm looking at Sanji. Hell, there might even be a world where he holds on to Sanford, hits him with a Tsunami Slam when he's not ready, because again, you have to scale up. You have to get the right items on Sanford for him to, you know, literally be CCMU. They catch JP.
Oh man, Revitalize can be popped instantly now as JP still able to sustain back up. And that's it. Onyx just want to bait out the Revitalize. But the thing is, they're getting poked down. That Lethal Ignition tick down on Sans.
Yeah, that's part of it. Take down the Revitalize. They even have to work through 2 Purifies over there on the side of TL. That's something they can work on. You see the emblems here coming through. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of crowd control. And I have to agree with the panel, you know, when Trex was saying, like, bring out the Ruby, bring out some crowd control to go ahead and compliment Keyboy on this Kalea, who traditionally, this hero, the Kalea, does really good at setting things up, obviously, and then the sustainability that comes with it built into the kit. So they've got to be able to play around this potential. JP?
Revitalize this time around. Mana Shocker locks him down with help with Keyboy, but JP...
He slept or what? Oh my god, Kyrie?
Carl TZ looking to play now with the Thorn Rose, but it's actually a bit too aggressive. Keyboy gets away, gets Sans back to a comfortable spot too, but look at Sanford already holding in the turtle. Sans going in over on O-Head. He might be able to get him down. Skylar walking up now. Keyboy gonna go. Oh, it's a double flicker from Skylar and Keyboy. What? O-Head getting pulled back by the Apple Friend. It's on a roll.
There you go. CCMU coming in. Knocks up the trade for Keyboy. They fight Skylar even after he hits a flicker. And Lupi cannot catch Sanji.
Dark Wave on 2. That's going to Inferno pursue the puncture away. The Thorn Rose locking him down. And it's JP with the DPS taking him out.
It looked so good for Onyx for a minute there, but then it all fell apart. And they're going to be zoned off this turtle with Sans.
Doing a lot of damage over on Sanford, but he's able to flick around now. Kyrie jumps in with the traceless. And Mana Shocker is the right tree in for Kai. And now it's JP to fall.
What the heck?
Gets the last kill in the skirmish.
And there's the counter punch, man. When I was saying it looked so good, well, Onyx took it back and said, here we go, we'll make it look good.
It's all Onyx. After the first turtle, Liquid, what they're looking at is timing engagements.
Did you saw
Onyx
that?
has better uptime in this draft. They're 2,000 gold up at 3 minutes. This is dangerous waters Liquid swimming in.
And for the first time, no joke, nice Leo, for the first time today, we hear the Sonics roaring as JP falls again.
Roaring.
He needed it.
Roaring with purpose.
Yeah.
They were roaring before the match even began, but now they're roaring in celebration. They can celebrate the fact that the mid lane has been won. They can celebrate the fact
what does that mean?
can freely leave the EXP lane because Sanford is still on wave clear duty. So that means that's taken care of. Up top,
no, nothing.
That might be where Liquid can find a little bit of breathing room. Between the Esmeralda and the Ruby and the Esmeralda, Ohem can dance around, threaten something from Skylar.
I don't know, someone texted
that in chat. It's the only lane, I think, that Liquid can hold on and say, can we do something here? That's why JP is kind of scouting out and they send up Sans.
Yeah.
Oi, no.
Going for brilliant. Skylar still able to sustain, but the Lotus pathway is right there. No kill, just yet for Onyx and for TL.
And that's why you were just saying that, you know, Onyx knows that exact compilation up top. They have to go ahead and deal with it. But they tried to make a play, it didn't happen. But they did get a Purify out.
Because Lancelot has like more advantage on the turtle, right?
Now, with
if he has the victory and plus the second skill,
they're in a good position to go ahead and get control of the next objective. Yeah, they secured the first one. It was a little messy, a little chaotic, but that's fine because this lineup also allows them to kind of take these fights. Again, with a Kalea on your side, your sustainability can be there. You can see them fighting for the position here. TL in their own position. They want to fight for it.
Glorious pathway by JP. Falling Sun would lock it down. Lupi now as JP's going to be caught low. Throwing a Ruin on 4. But there's not much damage coming through as Carl TZ is able to secure the turtle. Tsunami Slam.
Liquid with the body block securing the turtle for Carl TZ. Down goes Sanford. Down goes JP. Sanji follows through. The Sky King is angry. Order in the court.
You might have gotten the turtle, but we got the kills, and now they continue to put the pressure here in that mid lane. The Suns will be fine. TL holds on to the tier 1 in the mid.
So the one way Liquid did that is through sheer threat of damage. And their main source of reliable damage right now is Sanji. Sanji got the pop-off, a good amount of salvos from Feathered Airstrikes in that engagement, more than he had all game long, 5 minutes in. So what is the trick? Onyx has just better vision right now. Mountain Shocker almost guarantees that Sanji cannot pick a good brush to fire from. But look at this 1v1. This is a dream come true for a lot of fans watching.
Yeah, but
not gonna break out.
Carl knew something was off, man. There's no way Kyrie wants a 1v1 like this. Someone is definitely in the vicinity and he spots. Well, he didn't spot, but he sniffed Lippy out.
Yeah, not gonna happen there. Again, they want to fight mid.
Only time one of the Glorious Path we use together as Sanford walks up as well. The Brilliance aggressively with a Feathered Airstrike, not doing too much as Skylar rotates into mid, but again, it's just a fate from both teams.
It seems like the Stallion sense is something that all members of Liquid share.
SS.
The fact
That means your video will get copyrighted.
Show
your face will come, so copywriting will not come.
They're fighting this. We should.
Copyright will only come for like
all right, this might
1
be a good
to
position. We
that
shouldn't
one.
overcommit. Again, we are still down 3,000
so it's fine. I can
This is the
manage
first time. The win rate prediction is favored.
It's like I have done mistakenly. I have called like done copyright like so many times that I didn't even know what.
10 seconds
like,
up for this last turtle. 1 for 1 right now in terms of turtles for both teams. But right now, Onyx has been winning these fights.
Oh yeah.
Last time also it got copyrighted. No.
Position.
When I played a song in the background. And I changed it.
Down, but now Dark Wave lands on 2. No way for the pursuit just yet as Lippy holds it in. Sanford.
Copyright it will still work. It will just not work if you want to. Show which reason
Thunderwood on one side. 2 turtles over. The team Liquid, but Kyrie continues the onslaught. Finding
nice.
Kai in the back with a double.
Now it's Carl and
Triple
running
kill.
for the hills. And Kai wants to go for the traces. Will be able to find the angle. Now goes on to the goal. That's the Kyrie with a maniac.
What the heck?
They will wipe out the Cavalry Team Liquid for the first time in the series. Feels it here in game 3.
Baby Cakes reeling. No farm for Oheb. No farm for Carl Teasy. Sanji can't even stand 2 seconds with the Feathered Airstrike. This is looking
crazy.
Like Onyx have woken up.
Oh man, I'll say
too late.
Yeah. Well, good thing it's a best of 5.
If they take it a game at a time, it's not too late.
They started with capping out this game, getting it secured. Right now, man, Kyrie, I feel like, has woken up. 8-0-5 on this YSS.
Not a real KDA line.
Hey, man.
8-0-5 in 8 minutes. Feathered Airstrike. Start up, cancel just as quickly. The answer, Mountain Shocker, Liquid, back out of here.
All right. We're under a minute away from this Lord to come up here. Things are settling into place. Team Liquid drastically trying to catch up.
Thing is, Nice Leo, the last time these two met, it was in the semifinals of MSC 2025, and it was the same story. Team Liquid started up 2-0, Onyx getting 1 game in, and then it ended with a 3-1. Now that's why I'm asking, is it too late? Because it's a best of 5, but if you only get going now, Team Liquid, they've yet to adapt.
They're already going.
Exactly.
So they don't stop at this point. Even with this, again, for the first time throughout the series, you see TL down this much against Onyx. They've turned games around before, but right now it's a complete control fest for Onyx to deal with this. They're on this side of the jungle of TL. Are they going to force a fight for the purple buff? Glorious Pathway.
Skylar already using that earlier. I'm offended, but the airstrike coming out. Keyboy instantly canceling it out. Now it's Sanford is still in the midst of it off. Throwing a ruin from Sanford. That's not on most of them.
They do take a lot of damage. Down he goes. Punished by Kyrie. They do trade out 2 for free. Onyx are running right through Liquid.
They're going to take this tier 2 turret down. That was a team fight that they wanted to force TL under. They went for it. They tried to make it happen. I mean, they used a lot of ultimates and even battle spells to fight it out, but they lost it.
Look, when you're down almost 10,000 gold,
what do you do?
Your mistakes are super punishable.
Yep.
You can see Skylar again. What was that? I'm offended early. It doesn't matter. That might have just been a false gleam of hope for Liquid to overcommit.
And it's because of Ludpi. He has stepped up immensely in this game. Look at
The
those dark
draft is
waves.
really good this
It really
match, right?
staggers you.
Onyx
It's not
the
like
draft.
a big CC ability, but it
They went
stops
for
you
the
from
Ruby,
moving
they went
for
for the
just a
Furious.
second. And against this kind of composition,
plus the-
with so much damage output, just a second, just a
Why is this
millisecond
pick
will
was
count,
really
and you
nice?
can really see how the frontliners can't handle that damage. They can't walk through. They can't try to look for any stuns.
I can't even see frontliners. That's what Liquid is right now. They're just a big ball of mush that Onyx are running through.
Lord charging in, that's gonna be a dash.
Whoa,
Snobby
oi,
stacks
oi,
it
oi.
all in onto him. That Sanford
He's
thrown
dead,
over,
he's
but
dead.
only lands onto again. Sans able to dash with
Wow,
brilliance. Now JP
Ruby.
falling. Look,
Nice.
jumping around.
Nice,
Sanford
nice.
falls. It's all Onyx so far. But look at the HP.
Wow, Kyrie's
Kyrie
dead.
gets jumped down by Carl. The Carl falls. It's just Sanji left.
It's
The
just
Long
Sanji
Stallion
left.
facing
We
off
can't
against
defend, we
four.
can't defend.
For the first time in this series, the Cavalry will fall. Sanji taken out. It's a wipeout for the Sky Kings. They have a cannon minion in mid, and they will end it.
Crazy.
The first strike for Onyx.
Onyx, Indonesia, come alive. First
Oh,
point
what
on the
is
board.
that? What is that?
They
Oh my
desperately
God.
needed it in this series, and man, I'll tell you what, if you guys could hear this stadium erupt off this win, the morale boost for them might carry through the series, but it's just one game under the belt of Onyx. They still need 2 more to make it happen, and this is a check for TL to kind of readjust. They need to go ahead and readjust some things here desperately in this game, because again, it was a tough one.
Again, nice Leo. Panel. This is something we've been talking about all the way from Swiss. It always seems like they're overthinking the drafts. It always seems like they're trying to go for the highest execution comps available instead of prioritizing simplicity when you have the players that you do. You have Kyrie, Keyboy, Sans, Ludpi, Skylar. You have the best team form in MPLite
So
history.
was it just
Yet you
the
try to
Sora
overthink, you
lock
try
or
to
what is it
go
now?
the extra mile when you don't have
The
to.
ban
Play
Sora
around
and
your
he
players.
lost?
And
What
it
is
seems
this?
like Onyx comfort trumps Liquid's comfort, at least in this game. And they can take it a game at a time to take us all the way, possibly. Not out of the woods just yet. It's 2-1, and Liquid's turn to adapt. It's their turn to evolve.
I was hoping that we would get a 5-game series, and this is a step in the right direction for that to happen. Let's throw it over to the panel to break down Game 3.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And I gotta say, Trex as well as Wolf, if this tells me anything, right? It reminds me back all the games in Swiss. And I feel like when the meta is like this, the number one priority is gonna be Shred. Right? The Lunox, the CC, whoever can take down front lines. That's the key in every
Is
draft
it
right
gonna
now.
be 3-1?
Something that paired
or
up
is
so
it
well
gonna
with that
be
was the heavy crowd
3-2?
control to give them that ability. Having something like the Ruby, having the Phobius in the offlane, able to hold TLPH still enough to where they can shred through.
I really like the first 3 picks coming up from Onyx Indonesia. We did say that it was a really good first 3 picks.
No, that is what I'm
one
saying.
of their
No,
better
it's-
choices in the past 3 games.
Either gonna be
but the way that
3-1
they
or it's
executed
either gonna
it
be
is
2-3.
kind of reminiscent of how Onyx ID has been dominant in their local leagues. And if they play like this, they're so confident, they are decisive, and they are always
yes,
fast when it
definitely, I
comes
forgot
to the
about this
trigger.
copyright thing.
It will mean that it will be difficult
But it's
for
okay,
Square
it's just
for
gonna be
Team Liquid to
copyrighted
react.
anyway.
Team Liquid
I'll
have
get
chosen to
copyright,
go
no.
for this Alice plus the Lancelot, which has been successful before,
course,
but
if
you
I'm
can really
using
feel how
some video, of
slow
course I'm
it
gonna
could
get
get if
copyright.
the enemy
But it's
has
just gonna be in like
gotten the first
few
few
regions.
turtles over
I'll
them.
check.
I wonder if the
The
coach
same
is like,
happened
you know
last
what?
year, no, when I used
Don't
the song
imagine you're
background.
fighting against TLPH. Just imagine you're fighting against TLID.
Yeah.
And then give them the confidence like, yeah, let's just kill them. Easy. TLID perk. Shout out to TLID and their
I'm not gonna add anything to that, but I do know that that is a good mentality actually.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just erase that aura that they exude. You know for sure the team Liquid Philippines is a force to be reckoned with. But if you think about it as just any other team and execute accordingly, be comfortable in your own skin, you can actually be successful. And that's what we saw in the previous game. We saw how decisive Onyx ID can get if they do have their signature heroes. Keyboy on a catch type hero. You can see Sans on the shred type of heroes, which will now make it so that even when the Alice is tanky enough, or if there's a frontliner like Nihilus, nobody is safe from the DPS that can come out from Sans.
Well, I'm not comfortable in my own skin. What about you, Trex?
I'm very comfortable in my own skin.
Using
I can see why.
Copyright, no.
because
a lot of advantages. I
You
gotta
were,
say.
You're driving miles. You measure with inches.
You know, there's a lot of advantages. Either ways, I'm not going to continue that one. We're going to be looking at the MVP here. Honestly, even I don't know who the MVP is going to be.
Kyrie had amazing.
They hear from the official, it's Sans, and here's the thing, he 100% deserves it because Kyrie had an amazing game, got a Maniac, a very good KDA, but I really feel like without this Lunox, it was not possible. If Lunox gets banned out somehow, they got to figure something else out.
5-0 and 14. Somebody has to keep track on how much kills per minute these two teams can do in their games and show us how good the Brawl meta is. But if you are playing like Sans in this particular game, going in for full penetration, full damage, and of course playing so well because of how fast your teammates are also looking, it means that your GPM will really shoot up, even when you're a mid laner, even when you're technically a support for your team. Sans, I think that this guy, you know, when I do all my dream team, you know, when I interview a lot of pro players out there, and when I do my tier list, Sans' name will always come up, and he will always be considered as one of the best players out there. So far, the entirety of M7, this might be the only game where we can say that, yeah, finally, the Sans that we are all looking up to has now returned.
Yeah, not only does he pick a hyper-aggressive build, but also into his emblems, cooldown, Wilderness Blessing, wanting to move around and use skills as much as possible. And that was the goal here, pressure quickly and end the game faster.
Yeah, we're looking at the highlights here, and this is basically where Onic ID, they're just saying like, what are we best at? And that's fighting. So let's just get a draft. We're fighting all the time. And I want to go back all the way from game one where I said what I want to see is they get a draft where they can fight at any moment, right? You don't really have to think, oh, we need conditions A, B, and C. We just go in and then hope for the best. And this is what I'm getting at with this kind of draft. The only, you know, quote-unquote difficult thing is really Kyrie. You want to make sure you're positioned well. You want to get your items. Everyone else, as long as I see someone, they're dying.
You know, I really got to give it up to the Kalea, the Ruby, and the Phobius. I think we're focusing a lot on Kyrie and Sans, but realistically, I think this heavy crowd control, triple crowd control meta in their hands is what really sealed the deal on this game. It completely puts a stop to the stampede that TLPH wants to bring, and we saw TLPH try to dive in a few times and just get immediately stopped in their tracks and taken out.
I mean, as a roamer, I love stun, so I'm not going to argue with you on that one. What about you, Wolf?
Yeah, you see also that not only do they have multiple stun composition, they also have a winning composition in their side lanes. Obviously, the Ruby does not outright win against the Esmeralda. In fact, some people will even argue that Esmeralda is better, but you don't lose your lane, unlike in the previous games where the side lanes of Onic ID were struggling.
Looking at the itemization here, this is a pretty quick one. 11 minutes and 14 seconds, 21 kills to 5. If there's any game that they are comfortable, this is definitely one of them. But again, just like how our casters were talking about it, is that Onic has now figured it out, but for Team Liquid,
they didn't talk about the Nino mechanics, game mechanics, you know. They didn't say anything about
Lunox, what other shred options do they have?
You're definitely risking it. I mean, they could, I still think a Pharsa or something like that could do decent with this composition as long as they have protection around them. My mind really goes into, they were able to protect Kyrie and Sans. And as long as they can protect them, gold lane, maybe damage gold lane isn't as important. They don't need damage on anywhere else but Kyrie and Sans. And then it's just protect the guy with the ball, you know?
Yeah, I think for Onic, maybe if the Lunox eventually gets banned, or if it's like useless in the game. For example, there are no tanky heroes from Team Liquid that will make the Lunox powerful. Maybe a hero like the Lilia might appear for Onic, or maybe even the Selena, with two heroes that are really good when it comes to compositions that don't require you to shred through, just unlimited amount of poke you're looking for, and at the same time, Sans plays it well.
Let me just say, because of this game, also gives another reason
why I prefer picks like Ruby, like Phoveus, like Arlet.
I'm tired of playing today. I'm not gonna do this part from tomorrow. I'm tired today itself. Like, I am in my bed since morning, guys. I'm not even kidding. I'm in my bed since not morning, since night, yesterday night.
Keep moving forward.
Let me host. Kasi ako dyan, play. Yeah.
Next week on this day, I'll be in college. Playing Fanny in Brawl and doing practice. My goodness.
My elders, guys.
My mom called me again. 6-hour stream.
Some fun.
Yeah, I did 6-hour stream today. It was more than 6 hours, right? It would be. It would be like probably 7-8. Yes, 10 hours. But my stupid brain, I ended the stream mistakenly. And God gave me another chance. It was working again, but then God was like, haha, what a joke. And then it stopped again all of a sudden.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
I even need to make content.
All troops deployed.
Come, let me show you some magic.
I can't even say I'll skip because I myself say in stream, be consistent.
We can be perfect indeed. You know, magic will deeply connect us all. I'm definitely not a crybaby.
An enemy has been slain.
Whoa.
Slain. An ally has been slain.
You will join me in the adventure, won't you?
Man, let him practice.
I'm definitely not a crybaby. Come on, let's play some games, please. We can do
I also wanna.
Why use Purify?
What the heck?
Come, let me show you some magic.
Has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Killing spree. Shut down. Enemy double kill.
One HP. One shot. Damn it.
You will join me in the adventure, won't you?
Slain. Has been slain.
You know, magic will deeply connect us all.
Let him die.
You know, magic will deeply connect us all.
Elders. Elders with no reverse.
Your team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
Oh, so funny match.
Victory!
Wow, Argus MVP. I didn't know you are Argus main. From when?
They're
they're already.
I think that's such a good ban.
Pick already.
The alternative
They didn't
for
ban
Team
the
Liquid
Claude?
typically will be the Khalid up against this Grok. But we also have
Sanford on
Ditto
Claude.
Kacha. In fact, Team Liquid can even go back to the Arlet for
Claude.
Sanford.
Carl GZ or Fred?
Actually, I'm kind of
Okay,
worried about that
Fredrin,
because
this
TL
will be
could go
interesting.
for that Arlet.
Kyrie on
And
is expected.
if TL does not have a good game in, I would say, the first 6 minutes, then maybe Oni can snowball just like in game number 3.
They didn't ban the Claude, but why?
They need to pick an XP lane that can also be played in the gold lane here to keep it really, really flexible. What else do you come with? I think they have to pick up the Alice now.
About Glue? Alice though, yeah, for Onyx you mean?
Yeah, for Onyx.
It's actually not bad.
Esmeralda can also work, but Alice might be the best option.
Anything solid with a little bit of crowd control, Esmeralda. And now they still have the flex option in the gold lane if they want to go fighter, depending on whether TLPH.
Arlet, I'm thinking Arlet here for Team Liquid. Arlet, and then
either Arlet Gatot or Arlet Khalid, both look pretty good.
Yep.
You know, for the first time, it feels like Onyx is ahead in some of these drafts. Like, they're actually the ones putting pressure on what TLPH needs to pick here. They found the magic answer, which is that YSS and that Lunox, and immediately puts them in this position of, oh, wait, we're now with the wheel.
Arlet Chip or Arlet Chip would be good as well, but I think the safest play is Gatot Kacha and then the Arlet. Alice might also be an option for Team Liquid, but seeing as they already have the Claw, they typically would want to go for something that can actually allow them to have a lot of plays. There's the Gatot Kacha, and now they go to Rizla. I have been talking about this hero for the past few games, but now it's picked up. There is a potential for another shred here for
Hello guys, if you're new
Onyx.
to my stream, please like
They
and subscribe.
they can go carry, which
I think it is a bit risky going up against the Farsa, but other than that, carry is pretty good. Skylar just dodges Fed the S-Strike, you know, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Just dash away from the meteors.
Ruby's the safest option, but I feel like
I still think, you keep it safe. I think you go Ruby. I think you just rely on Kyrie and Loopy to output the damage.
I'm okay with Ruby. I like Ruby. She's actually pretty nice.
But they can also go Uranus, actually. Oh,
this is a gold lane Lunox. Gold lane Lunox. Again, this is
worth it.
This is why I bring it up. I mean, here's the thing. That gold lane Lunox was very unfair for the opponent. If Skylar can replicate that, ooh boy. In fact, not ooh boy. Oh, oh, you guys are not gonna reply to that? You guys are no fun. Either ways, Onyx against TL here. TL going back to the old-fashioned route. And now Onyx, they answer with this Luyi. They answer with the gold lane Lunox. Is this enough? Can this actually take down a TL? We're throwing it over to our casters, Mirko, Leo, as well as a Naisu. Now it's your ground.
We will take it away, and this is about as Uno reverse card as you can get through the draft here. That was great planning that we saw towards the end of the draft. I like it too, man. Again, this is still a do or die situation for Onyx. Yes, they had a dominating
this match.
previous game, game 3. Can they keep it together here to get to a game 5?
I agree with the panel. Naisu, Leo, they were a step ahead finally in the draft against TLPH. TLPH, I would say, they've been really dictating the entirety of the series in game 1, game 2. Then game 3 came along, motivation booster, and somehow it also motivated Adi and CW because finally we're seeing some of those creative picks come back for Onyx. Already JP having to use Revitalize.
This is very emblematic of their performance in game number 3. You try to steal away these little resources from JP, and you take away the early playmaking advantages Liquid is known for. Sans,
the wall on him.
flying away! Oh!
The last one
Can't
didn't
hear your
land,
voice
man.
properly.
But again, that's a flick.
Let me fix it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you can't hear my voice properly. Huh?
And revive. There, a little bit of reduced cooldowns for him, but still nonetheless the same tanky Terizla. I know Wolf was mentioning the Terizla plus that Gatakacha there, so they come through, and this is going to be mainly that front line that obviously helps the Fredrin in the hands of KarlTzy. This is going to be a much different game for KarlTzy, but it's not a foreign game, man. He's played the Fredrin so many times up to this point.
In this very stadium with a Fredrin in his hands, he won his 2nd World Championship. Let's talk about the gold lane matchup. A genius stroke here by Onyx to switch it up. We could have sworn mid lane was going to be Lunox.
Now it might be better, I guess.
Will with the turtle up. They're going to go for the control here, so both gold lane are staying up top, but Keyboy not having the tech charge just yet. They're going to have to fight for this.
Shocker from Kai. JP already using Revitalize very, very early on as Karl holds onto it. Sanford is getting poked down to a quarter of his health. The goals regions back to half. Karl claims the turtle for free. Onyx do not want no smoke.
Our panel referred to this in a couple of matches back, talking about how Liquid
It's probably gonna be
play
3-1.
very Filipino in the Swiss, but now they've
Skyler,
reverted
oi.
back, and to their
Nice.
advantage, look at this. They
Skyler
push
does not
Onyx
have-
deep into their tier 1,
Yeah, a little bit.
and I don't know how this whole
It's probably because my voice is
readjustment
very,
of
like,
pace
you
is
know,
gonna
it's
affect
already
the Sky
very
Kings.
soft. My voice is very
That's why I love
soft.
best of
and
fives, man. You know,
I've
when
been
we get into a
like,
best of five, you
speaking
see
since
very
6:30 in the
different
morning.
kind of play styles and obviously compositions throughout
That
those
could be
games.
one reason,
and that's been
but
the
yeah.
story here so far. Now that we've got to game 4 with this, again, this is a bit of a different game plan for Team Liquid, and they can go ahead and play for mainly objectives, at least for right now, because, again, their ultimates that are going to be available for fighting into those objectives, especially when we get to Lord territory, is going to be a little bit tough for Onyx, I feel like, to deal with. You got to avoid the penalty zone, you got to avoid, of course, the feathered airstrike constantly, and then trying to get away or run away from an AOG from JP are all part of the plan. But even on the flip side, Onyx has a lot of utility themselves. A tech charge, man. That's probably been one of the most impactful ultimates we have seen throughout M7. This Grok is
okay.
sometimes
So Lunox is
unstoppable,
the
man.
gold
And so in
lane.
the hands of Keyboy, that's who you want it to be with. Keyboy is known to being a playmaker, and when he gets roams like this, these heroes, you can pretty much
is
count on
just not-
him to go ahead and set things up for Onyx to
Maybe
shine
with
on.
game sound
All
also
Liquid
too loud.
has to answer back is
Yeah, wait. Sorry.
Let's go.
in my opinion. Stano, Onyx is playing with fire. We have to respect what the Sky Kings have on the Tempo Breaker game. Turtle spawning, it's could be just scouting out. I wonder if he knows that there's 4 here.
Yeah, it has to be a double whammy with the AOG, right? It has to be a penalty zone first, and then maybe an AOG.
Turtles up. Looks like it could just go in the hands of TL here. They're looking for something else.
Yeah, they're looking for a trade, but Sanford's able to escape there with a flicker out, even with the tech charge coming in. 2 turtles. Now for Team Liquid.
Taking it slow.
Yep.
Liquid is
No,
trying
my
to
net
step
is
on the
bad, I
brakes
guess.
and the clutch to change gears at the same time, while Onyx are just going by. Yes, we're not getting any kills, but in my opinion, if this continues, this should benefit the cavalry. Because again, they're waiting for oil to come online.
This is the, the old way of doing things, basically, when we were back in the utility meta.
The old way.
Yeah, it's the old way, right? It's going back to how things were with the Fredrin. Not the unbreakable they were looking for.
No.
Respect, dispersion rotation. JP can be caught here, has the AOG, won't be cancelled,
Oh,
and he
he
gets
ran
out with the
away.
Revitalize as well.
Nice.
All right, so he tried to make a play, not going to happen, able to get away, but also pop the Revitalize again, so there's a whole lot of that happening where, Onyx gets something out. But again, look at this. The gold lead is pretty much gone. It's not really anything big.
Dissipated.
It's dissipated. Dude, this is the thing they want to watch out for, though. That first item from Skylar was the Divine
This is
Glaive.
crazy.
He's keeping up
It's
with
like
OF in terms of gold
5
farming
minutes
up.
and it's like
so if
0.
the fight does break out, Skylar is actually going to have enough damage on this
Crazy.
Lunox to kind of burst the right targets down if he needs to. So that's something why we're seeing why Team Liquid kind of wants to take things. Oheb.
Damage. Oh my
Whoa.
god, he just popped Oheb.
Big damn.
Mountain Shocker and
What
the
the
last
heck?
shot from Skylar picks
Crazy.
up first blood for Onyx, and they transition into a possible conversion, but it won't happen because Sanji was there. Lutpi trying to steal red tree from Karl.
Not even surprised. the most surprised person here is Oheb. He wasn't expecting Kyrie to be in that rush, and there's no amount of lifesteal nor regen from Demon Hunter Sword, which he doesn't even have yet at 6 minutes, that could save you from that kind of burst.
That's why I was saying, you know, Skylar picking up that Divine Glaive is just devastating. He is going to have some poke though, but still he's got to be cautious, and that's the whole game plan here for Oheb. Scale up, get to that Trinity. Usually we have been seeing that before that 10-minute mark.
That was crazy.
Before them, but with this turtle coming up,
bro, don't tell.
Wow!
What the hell?
To get him enough shielding to escape there. Sanford
Crazy.
As the penalty zone. Lutpi trying his best to create an angle for Kyrie to walk up now. Mana Shocker lands on Sanford. A Traceless back. Carl TZ on the turtle. This looks free. There's no way for Onyx to really walk in unless Keyboy gets a big tech charge, and that won't happen. Perfect turtle for the GOAT.
A little bit of a silver lining on
Don't tell me it's gonna be 2-2.
Please
don't tell me that.
Turtles. But still, that gold lane situation is just getting worse. They lost that tier 1, and they're gonna have to find something else on the map. Keyboy, you're not gonna survive.
Sanford, what the hell, man?
Shield, he's fine.
Keyboy got away. Skylar caught in the midst of it all. Pops into Brilliance in time as Lutpi holds them down. Penalty zone from Sanford.
Looking for a ton, not gonna need it. Skylar falls. Liquid happy with what they got.
Well,
this is the reason we are never, we never play tournaments or anything like that,
looks to continue to put pressure under their
the reason that
the
they
tier 1 and tier 2 turret.
got selected, the reason that they are playing there and we are here, that's the difference, because it's like 7, it's about to be 8 minutes and it's like 2-1.
A Terizla, so it's back
I would
to the basics right
more
now
than
as
7,
Oheb goes
I would
and
die
farms up
literally
and
more than
continues
like
to
2
scale
times.
up.
Liquid now kicking
8
into
minutes.
3rd gear. They're moving
Right.
up in the world, no longer on
Crazy
scouting duty. Again, despite, I think, one of their major problems that they blast Skylar out
Sanford,
of the sky.
What is going on here? The amount of burst. No, Sanford.
Tech charge. King on Sanford. It's Kyrie who picks up the kill, so it ends up being 1-1. But a taunt in the bottom lane lands on Lutpi. Oheb doesn't want to go in.
All right, what I'm saying. Better that Liquid surprises Onyx, because Liquid has, compared to what Onyx is playing with, zero vision. What can you do? Throw a BMI into a bush? Randomly throw spells out of Sanji? Send JP, send Carl, send Sanford to check these bushes? So no, compared to the Mount Shocker, compared to the random spells Sans can throw out, even Skylar's relatively free. As long as you know that there's no crowd control in there, you can Brilliance your way out of safety. So Team Liquid, vision is their #1 enemy, and I think for the past 8 minutes they've been battling that. Lost once again, that kill on the Oheb.
Yeah.
Deserve to do that. I think if they continue down this path, they should be fine.
Well, Lord's up here. Look at the rotation happening here on this side, though. They want to potentially try to make a play. JP's charging up the Unbreakable.
Kai gonna be caught. Diversion trying to get him away from the airstrike there on Kai. He gets taken out by JP in time, but a diversion saves Sans. Lutpi goes in alone. Carl TZ on the Lord.
They tried to get him out of there with the diversion, but it was just too late. And so now this opens a window to take the Lord here.
A play with 100% conviction. Liquid were all in on that one sequence, and they took Kyrie out. The flicker from Sanji and the Federal Airstrike was enough. Now Carl TZ able to cure the Lord. Keyboy just setting it up. Did not have to commit. Tech charge out of there.
Great plays. Again, this is what TL looks to do when they can capitalize on getting a pick off, on making a play across the map. And they made the timing perfect for them. Now, this is just a bit of a lead for them, 2,000 gold ahead. They've got the Lord in their favor. Onyx lineup will still let them defend it pretty well and potentially set things up around Keyboy's tech charge. Now that it's available, they just have to play this right. And part of this too, again, with Skylar being on this Lunox, that was flexed throughout the draft. You know, you're gonna have to start to pay that stock pretty much. And he's got damage. They clear out the Lord. You can see that. They deal with it well. They take the diversion. They go for Sanford.
Penalty zone on the AOG there. Sansa able to flicker out the safety before the Unbreakable gets to him. Sanford taking low. Keyboy, no tech charge. Gonna be locked down. Appraiser's Wrap. Nothing to flicker out. Keyboy. They'll keep their holy shields alive for now, but that's a big cannon minion to take the Holy Shield down to the mid lane.
This is what,
Liquid
right?
wasn't
They
playing
are
Onyx, they were
losing
playing
every
the
lane
map,
now.
distracting
Just
the
one
Sky
mistake
Kings
and
from
they're losing
defending
every lane.
and stopping the forward momentum of those minions in mid. Now top lane gonna be up next. Thankfully, they got a minute left on Holy Shield, so bottom and top should be safe. OHEB commits Grand Theft Orange. There really isn't much that this squad has been doing except for taking down turrets in the past 11 minutes, so they're fine. Liquid, they're comfortable where we are in the mid game.
This is a great pickup here now for Skylar, as I was mentioned. He's got his Holy Crystal now with the Divine Glaive, so he's going to be a pretty big threat in terms of damage, but look at the gold gap between him and OHEB. OHEB has been farming like a madman. Just absolutely, So OHEB's got his Trinity. JP providing that vision, like we were talking about, it's crucial for TL's lineup to work, and they want to put pressure around this purple buff.
Now this kind of vision is aggressive. They're coming in!
Penalty zone of the AOG. Ludwig goes in for falling. Sarmu gets disintegrated by OHEB! And now it's Keyboy holding the lines. That's a 10 charge landing on 4, but a Purify comes out as Carl's able to taunt him down. Keyboy taking low, pulling it down. OHEB with a blazing duet.
See, this is what I said, right? Claude would do something.
2 kills
for
Kyrie. TL1. Up top, Kyrie making some leeway for Onyx ID. So nothing comes for free. The long lane is taken care of. Onyx ID, despite the 5,000 gold gap, I'd say can still dance. I think they can still partake 30 seconds from now because of the singular factor that is the Mountain Shocker. And of course, the diversion. Because
still, it's not like that too, like, backwards, right?
The
still have a
diversion
chance
is
of,
always going to be a big component of any team that has
it's
a
not
Lui
like they're,
to
like,
play
too much
around
in-
with. We're going to look at the replay for this. Again,
It's
penalty
like
zone
this
starting things up. OHEB popping up the
people.
damage like we mentioned. And this is, unfortunate for Onyx because they just didn't have the members for this fight, right? You have Kyrie pushing into what he can. Sans earlier was part of this. Whoa, Lord is up. They're gonna fight for this before.
And for penalty zone into the back. Kyrie able to
Kyrie's
trace
up.
the Cypher
Oh!
and that's
What?
the hammer down from JP.
It's gone, it's gone,
Closing
it's gone.
off the exit. Keyboy with
Kyrie
a
is
tech
there.
charge. That is
Keyboy-
a desperation move as
No?
Onyx retreat.
Blazing duet cancelled earlier. They're still able to kite back, but
Easy
they've
Lord.
lost Kyrie. And look at the timing. It couldn't
Even
have
they
been
would have
worse for
Radiant
Onyx.
counter, you know.
The Lord spawns in the land of Dawn.
Almost clairvoyant like game sense on Sanji. One might look at the angle and say, why would you take the Ferrier Strike far away that way? But no, he was reading where Onyx was going. And that was almost just as important as all the damage of Kyrie that took him out of the equation, that keeps him going. Lord for Onyx, what's not gonna be done? Liquid takes it and take down Keyboy too.
Buy one, get one. Lord and a free Keyboy.
Oh man,
in the lane.
That's unfortunate. For, Onyx now, Keyboy up in about less than 20. They're going to have to face the fact that these base turrets might fall here.
Actually, what were they doing down there?
I have no idea.
Was Onyx hoping that maybe Kyrie could catch up and then they could snatch a little free Lord? They're inside the base, mid lane cracks.
In the base here, Lord is making his way down into that mid lane, and Keyboy will be up for this defense. Does it all end here with almost a 9,000 gold lead for Team Liquid as they approach the base?
OHEB with the BMI backwards. Ludwig holding in on the Lord right now. They can still go for the defense. They have Sans, they have Skylar. They've dealt with it now. Feather airstrike in the bottom lane. That's going to be OHEB going for the siege as tech charge gets used defensively for Keyboy. AOG! Kai gets out with the Traceless. And that's it. TL say, all right, let's back.
Slowly does it as Liquid is aware that there is no wave up top to push for the inevitable 3-lane push. The waves have not equalized, so they're gonna go look at this Lord coming up in about 100 seconds, a minute and 40. And this is correct, resources for Onyx, but they're just not in a position to find those fights anymore. When was the last time we saw Sans pull off a diversion that actually did something?
Honestly,
I don't even remember it. Not a single time, I feel.
He tried. He tried to save, a couple of his teammates here and there, but ultimately I feel like Sans has essentially not been able to do much on this Lui pick. Yes, there's been a couple. Oh no, Kyrie, is he going to be in trouble here? Loopy's there around the corner.
The taunt is short. Sanford doesn't want to go for the penalty zone, but look at Sanji.
That push up top.
Airstrike. 1, 2, Skylar! Brilliance! And that's it. I
Whoa.
thought for some reason Sanji was going to flicker in there to look for the kill.
Seen it too many times.
The very last microsecond that could have clicked the brilliance, yes, but Sanji knows better. Again, that's 120 seconds compared to the 20-something that is the Feather Airstrike, so play for the Lord.
That's the thing, man. Sanji just picked up, his last item was the Divine Glaive, and that's why you see that amount of damage coming through. He's been very good at landing those feathered airstrikes and zoning out So now it's just Onyx. Like, if they're in this situation where they're 9,000 behind, this Lord is coming about 30, you have to start to think, are they in even a fighting position? Most likely they give up the Lord and they try to base defense here. But I'm just worried about this lineup because so far it hasn't shown much. I mean, they've been reacting to what TL's thrown at them.
Uh-oh. Lippy, caught on the taunt, and the hammer swings of Sanford. He's still very tanky though, as long as it's not Oheb or Sanji, he can take the beating.
Major problem for Onyx lineup. Again, I hate to say it at 16 minutes, but I'm sure our panel alluded to this one way or another. There's very little range. Onyx can only really go mid to short, and then they gotta go long to reset with that diversion and then come back in. So unless they can find that, unless they can force Liquid to fight in that short of a range, in the mud basically, Liquid's not having any of this.
Yeah, that's why this is such a risk here. Lord looks like it's just gonna be quickly worked and secured unless Keyboy tries, but no. Tech charge though.
On Sanji, it's gonna be Sanzo, he hits the wall, Pellizo locks it down! Sanz with a mistake call, Teasy with a punish! Kai with the traces backwards, blazing duet from Oheb!
That's a Boy Scout attempt on Skylar from the angle, but Lutfi falls! Liquid finding them, trapping them one by one! Keyboy up next!
Just one member left for Onyx for the Sky Kings, and it's Kai! Can he do it? No, he cannot. Sanji silences Onyx, and they silence Tennis Indoor Sanayan. The Sky Kings fall beneath the charge of the cavalry marching through the Golden Road.
Two champions.
Oh my God, Karl is side-eyeing Kyrie, man.
And only one can move
Karl is
forward.
literally side-eyeing. Look at that. Okay, look at this. Look at this.
Two champions met in the arena of Tennis Indoor Sanayan, and only one can move forward, and that's Team Liquid.
Something about these hollowed halls here in Jakarta, Indonesia, awaken something in these gentlemen. They've all been here. They've all won here. But today, they've done something none of us thought they would do this early on in the tournament. They dropped Onyx Indonesia.
And it's just like MSC 2025. The repeat happens again. It's TL with game 1, game 2, match point. Onyx getting a quick game in, and then TL PHB like, all right, fun and games is over.
You can see it here, you know, them feeling pretty good about that game. I mean, the series in general, of course, tough to see. There's the hug between the GOAT and Kyrie. It was a tough match, and it's tough to see what the result always is for Onyx Indonesia.
But thinking about what's going on in the minds of the Sky Kings, of Kyrie specifically, he said he's lost so many times and none of this phases him anymore. GG, well played to Onyx Indonesia. Thank you for putting on a match. Thank you for being here for us in M7.
Again, a phenomenal performance here from Team Liquid. Just to go ahead and make this happen again.
I can do predictions, guys.
This game,
I can
they
do it.
started strong. They responded to Onyx. Wanted to throw at them. Again, they started slow. This is what
but I
the
felt like
lineup
this match
and
was like, you know,
composition
in Onyx,
does with a
Onyx
Fredrin,
favor.
right?
I
It's
felt like
utility
that.
jungle. You go ahead, build
At
up slow,
first,
you
I
let
felt
your
it that
Claude
way.
scale. Meanwhile, Claude has kind of been slept on a little bit through the drafts. Well, now he comes through, and again, this fits perfectly in this composition.
This is the right response after what happened in Game 3. Liquid read into that and said, we can't lose a draft like that anymore. This ends now.
It feels like Onyx in the game, complete 180 from the draft. They were creative, they were looking for those picks, but in the game, they played it safe all throughout.
Well, again, congratulations, TL. Let's go ahead and throw it over to the host on stage for the winning interview.
With pride, they represented the host country as champions, but unfortunately now they have to bow out of the competition. Terima kasih, Onyx Indonesia, for that valiant effort.
Yes, guys, and now on the brighter note, the winner of our second elimination match of the day, Tennis Indoor Sanayan. Give it up for Team Liquid! Boys, an amazing match. But to Karl TZ, many people thought that this matchup between you and Kyrie, as well as Onyx ID, would be in the grand finals, and unfortunately,
Go
he
home.
just had to be in the lower bracket. How
Like-
did you feel when you learned about this matchup actually?
Nung una po, nagulat din po ako kasi talagang expected kami talaga sa finals. Pero ganun talaga, dami talaga nangyari iba sa, sa stage na talaga. And masaya lang ako na nanalo kami.
He said at first he was also shocked because he did expect to meet Onyx ID in the grand finals. But, that's tournament life. You don't know what could happen on stage. And when it happens, one just has to continue their journey.
The beauty and the despair of the tournament, right? The ups and downs of the tournament, but you still were able to push through. Now for OHEB, a lot of people are talking about, every single person is talking about the possibility of you guys completing your golden road. Now, the thing is, this time
Okay,
around,
guys, this is the end.
considering that you
I'll
guys will have
finally
to do it from the
take some
lower
rest now.
brackets. Now,
Yeah, I'm ending my stream now. I hope you guys have a great day, great night now. It's already over. My mom will kill me today, but still, yeah. Anything for streaming. So I hope you guys will have a great evening, great night. I'm craving for Momo, but never mind. And yeah, okay, bye-bye. Almost fell asleep again. Bro, don't even tell me about sleeping. If I sleep right now, I can't sleep at night. So I just can't sleep right now. I just do something. So yeah, I have to make content as well. Thank you so much for watching the stream, the watch party as well. Even though it was very boring. I've always been the host, not the casters. But yeah, I tried little. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. Bye bye. I don't care what they say or what they are saying. I want that right side girl. Oh, okay. Okay, you can have her anyways. Okay, bye.